Limited time, 13 hours, huh? 13 hours, wow. Wow, in 3 days and 13 hours, wow. Check on these first, see if anybody's got this. Ooh, 276, nice. 8, wow, yes. Nice, 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 nice. Nice, 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 huge. Nice, huge. Huge, 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 huge.
Stream Elements says, Scorpwana is now live. Streaming Star Trek Online, Star Trek Online, Dilithium Grind and Playing, March 6th, 2022.
Dilithium, everybody. Dilithium, is that you? And here we go. They do have that, right? Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Oh my.
Oh my indeed, sir. Hello there. I added something.
Arcanoloth.
I choose you!
And
Leodis_Abnobos says, nice.
one of many to come. Hey, choose you. I didn't know like what to call it to make it easy to use. Yeah, it's got a cooldown. Wait, yeah, you gotta type it right. Maybe I could put just
I choose you!
Leodis_Abnobos says, LOL.
Maybe I could shorten it to ACU. I don't know. I choose you. Just a day, just a perfect day. Drink sangria in the park. And later, when it gets dark, we go home. Just a perfect day. Feed animals at the zoo. And later, a movie
Leodis_Abnobos says, showing a friends 1 SEC.
Showing a friends 1 sec. It's such a perfect day. I'm glad I spent it with you. Oh, such a perfect day.
Arcanoloth.
I choose you!
Arctic Knight says, yo, you it's your sexy night.
Sexy night. Hey dude, how you been? I hadn't seen you around in a while. I've seen you like pop in the game, but you know. Yeah. I'm gonna try to add more as I find good clips of them. That's just a red shirt death.
Arctic Knight says, the usual, need 500 Lobby, can you spare some?
I didn't even know how you would like
Leodis_Abnobos says, Yoi deliver the best content.
I mean, how would you transfer Lobby to someone? Ichaja. What do you need in Lobby for? Like, what equipment?
Laetus underscore Abnoboss says, lurking.
He needs a Lobby for lurking. Yes. 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 Alrighty. Get too far away from my peeps, yo. They're getting further away from me. Why? Getting further away there, bud. Is that making them come this way? Making one of them come this way. There we go. Now they're gonna come that way. Now they're gonna come there. There we go. Right. Okay. Okay, dokie down there. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay, now I can call them over here. Since they're closer. Still need them to run faster. Faster. Faster, you bastard. I have like 9 Lobby. Like in total for my whole account. If I knew how to like give it to you, I would. Like transferring it, because I don't think you can. No. I don't think you can. Shields are losing power. It's to the chopper. I come from a land down yonder.
Arctic Knight says, or 50 keys would help.
50 keys. I don't have any keys at all. I'm barely saving up for the Zen that I do have. It's crazy how, like, 1,000 Zen equals like $10. US dollars or whatever. Like, how much it costs. I don't know what it is for Canadian dollars to Zen, but damn, you know? That is a lot of money for just 1,000 Zen. Just to tinker around and whatnot. Like a big ass retard. Getting covered by the wind when a day goes by as fast. Come here. Oh, how much dilithium do you have? You can probably put that in the whole Zen off there, or buy some keys. How much monies do you have? How much energy credits is this? Anti credits. Give me the credit you have. Give me the credit you have.
Arctic Knight says, not enough.
Not enough. I don't know, how much are keys these days? Not enough for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I love the way that you move me, baby. My gosh, somebody littered all over this place. Look at all these balls of stuff. Balls. These balls are everywhere. Balls. Under the cushion. Balls. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your body. Shake your body. Shake, shake, shake. There. How does this look like right now? It's available. Ew. It's available. But I want to do it to my main caricature. should have started as my main character and done that. Caricature. Dilithium grind. Can they automatically follow me? Damn it. Come on, everybody. Come on. Come on, Chucky. Come on. There you go. Let's go through here. Yeah, you're very good. Yeah. Okay. Continue that. There. Right there. Okay. Okay. For the exchange. And put in the, that's the 8,000. Submit offer to BA. Okay. Duty officers. Because I like my duty. It's my duty. My poopy pants officers. What is commander? Look at that. Ooh. She's a commander now. Neat. Donate, able to offer for a fleet project, invite, sort bank, invite to fleet. Sort fleet. What is the one for like fleet chat, armada? This one's already in a bunch of armadas. Huh? God, everything's like full. Everything is full over here. I have to check the armadas. What's the matter, you? Ooh, fleet marks. Hey, you're welcome. I just completed that for us. Yeah. What is okay? Let's see. Forbidden Angels 2. Holdings for that. I don't want to contribute to lithium. Nope. Niet. Collapse. Collapse. No. Nope. Niet. No, 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 no. No, señor. No, señor. Colony World. What is that? Task Force something or whatever. Okay, never mind then. Okay. That's sad. I need one of the people that I'm a fleet in somewhere else to invite the my main character's fleet. Whatever it's called. I done forgot because I don't even...
Leodis_Abnoba says, sorry, had a resident having a bad night. Got him to bed.
Ouch. No problem. Well, got him to bed and got him sleeping or anything like that. I mean, that's good.
Leodis_Abnoba says, invite your main from your alt.
Invite your main from your alt. Well, I'm not going to swap... I'm not swapping fleets. I'm thinking about, like, armada-wise.
Leodis_Abnoba says, to the fleet.
Like, if I were able to, from this fleet, invite another one.
Leodis_Abnoba says, or vice versa.
Invites. New invite. Invite an additional fleet to this armada. You may only invite a fleet if you have the proper permissions and your fleet has an empty slot available. This one does not have an empty slot available. All three of them are taken up. I want to stay in the fleet that I'm at with my main character, but I want to have it, if it can join an armada. I probably don't even have like permission to do that. I mean, that's probably like the owner of the fleet. I don't know. Can you tell who's? Is that like a thing setting? Invite to fleet. Create new fleet event. Recruit. Buy from provisional. Available. Donate. Okay.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, look at settings.
Fleet officer. Rename fleet set. Rename fleet rank. I guess if it's invite to fleet, that could be like an anything then. I'll have to check my other fleets and stuff. Right now, or the fleets that I'm in, I don't have a fleet. Right now, though, I want to be my main character so I can go ahead and do the event for the day. That way, then I can throw my other characters into the event and get some marks and stuff for them. Event. Join. Because I want my guy here to have the Dilithium. Dilithium, I am.
Arcanoloth.
I choose you!
I tried to find like a way for the voice to sound more like that dude, but I thought, whatever. I could slow that down, speed it up, whatever we need to do with it, or just take off his name and you can just type his name and then that.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, no, I like it.
I choose you. Gotta catch 'em all.
The situation is grim.
Brother's grim, mister. Yeah, I need to put some more deaths. It's weird, like, this level, the lighting on the ship really brings out these little triangles underneath the dish.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, you need to add me some Sulu clips.
Find me some references and I'll take them up and create them. We'll have like do you want it to be a random Sulu, or you want it to like say like Sulu something, you know, like if the command would be Sulu and then this happens, you know, kind of thing. Or just types like Sulu and just randomly say something from Sulu.
Scanning the nanite transfer.
Or maybe from George Decay.
Additional data is available.
Fire. Because they're two separate people, just remember that. You will begin assimilating my ass, mister.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, Takai being funny.
Decay being funny? Yep, find me that. You said something about the Shatner roast, right?
Says, yeah.
So the Shatner roast was that pretty good then? I have not watched it ever. Damn, everybody's attacking me for some reason. Shit. Shite.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, yeah, I like it.
From the country, and we like it that way.
Destroy it.
Everybody knows everybody. Damn, I'm getting like pummeled here.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, reminds you why Betty White was a queen that Shatner roast.
A probe is closing in on the
Shatner.
Destroy it.
Shat in her. So I'm thinking something like some short clips, you know. Nothing that's going to last like 2 hours. The shorter the better, the less likely they'll get caught by YouTube or Twitch or anything like that for whatever. Like that day my microphone wasn't working right and I was on the winter event, and the winter event's music hit mistake for something else.
Yeah, just some short puns.
Some like
Arctic
innuendos.
Knight says, so I have 4,816,085 dilth.
Holy cow! What are you gonna do with all that? Trade it in for Zen? Wow. That's a lot, dude. 4,816,085.
Leodis_Abnoba says, swap to keys via Zen.
Yeah, you just have to wait until somebody.
Arctic Knight says, that's on my main.
Damn. Have you ever just used any of it, or just collect? Do you collect from all and just put it on one character, or just that's how much your main has collected itself? Holy shit.
Arctic Knight says, nope,
cowboy.
that's just main.
Wow. And you've got like millions of characters too, so you probably got like a bunch of stuff on there. Well, depending on how fast you you want. Oh my.
Sensors confirm that the transwarp conduit has been destroyed.
It has been destroyed. There.
Leodis_Abnoba says, need a dill daddy.
Dill daddy. A dill daddy. Oh, look at that. It's jumped up to 900. I didn't know it was still running. Well, hell, for like 3 or 4 days it stayed at 800. 9. So that is continuing. Unless I was thinking wrong. Because when it hit 800...
Arctic Knight says, LOL, or dill mommy.
A dill mommy. Because I want to say, like, 4 or 5 days ago, it went to 8 and it just stayed there. And I was thinking, okay, well, they've capped it to where it won't go any further. But it will now. Unless it slowly keeps going. I don't know. That's interesting, man. That's fucking interesting.
Yeah, well, the do the vibes.
Leodis_Abnoba says, yet it should keep climbing. If you max out your runs you can claim grand prize by 3rd event.
Yeah, but I just want to say that, like, I could have sworn a few days ago when it just stayed at 800, I was like, well, I guess it's not moving anymore. But it is moving. If that's the case, let's see. No more days. It's 3 days left, so that's 150 more that it should add to that. Where the hell did it go? The hell did it go, mister? Damn it. So it should say 1,050 if I'm done with it. Right? Like when done with all of that, and then whenever the next one hits, it should go 150 or 1,050 more. So yeah. Well, maybe 4th. If it's 1,050 each time, that still doesn't equal exactly 3,500. But because that'd be like just like what, 150, 3,150.
Leodis_Abnoba says, when a dill mommy and a dill daddy really like each other, they have a quark baby. Arctic Knight says, you should get it by 3rd one.
I just could swear that it hadn't been moving. How many days has it been? When did this event start? I forget. It's live now. Hey! Damn.
Leodis_Abnoba says, push the 20-hour limit you can get by 3rd.
like every time, like setting up, like, yeah. Nah, I'm not gonna get that involved into it. Let's see. I mean, I haven't even used the reward from the first time around. Let's go back to Lilo, because I want her to do Infected Conduit too to get some more marks and stuff. I think of my little captains as babies, that they my children. They my children. What would I do? Let's see.
Leodis_Abnoba says, 900 progress equals 18 days.
18 days. When did it start? I can't remember. Damn it. Well, hell, it would say whenever the launcher comes on, right? What if I can relaunch the launcher?
Leodis_Abnoba says, I think it runs 3 weeks.
I doubt it'll run the launcher since it's already running. Yep, it just went right to this. Okay. Damn. That way you can calculate like times 50 how much it should be at the end versus how much it's going to probably show. Because I want to say there may be a glitch there. Because there was a glitch at the beginning of it. But I don't know if there's a glitch now.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, Thursday to Thursday to Thursday.
Who's thirsty? Thursday! Thursday, you see. Okay, do I need any more of those? I can't remember. Lucari. I need to get some Lucari. That's right. Okay, let's do this. Let's do the kick it. Ice, baby.
FBI, open up!
Ha 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 ha. Dude, it was warm today. It's like up to about 80 something where I'm at. The situation is grim. Brothers Grimm. Available on DVD. What was I looking at?
Leatus_Abnoboss says, it's snowing right now.
Wow. For you it's snowing. It's supposed to be a cold front coming through to drop the temperature where I'm at by 50 degrees. Fahrenheit. I don't know about Celsius. I'm not good at converting that.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, we had worst tornado yesterday in our county ever.
Damn.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, 6 dead.
Ew. That sucks.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, 2 kids under 5.
There was a hit and run around the area that I'm at, maybe 30, 40 miles away or whatever. Or it's around maybe 20 to 30. Little kid, 2-year-old, got hit by a vehicle and the driver thought they had just hit a dog, so they kept going. And they found him and they told him what they had done, and they're like, you know, weren't aware of it.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, OMG.
Yeah, there was some sort of like a yard sale, and little 2-year-old just ran into traffic. And the guy that had hit it just, you know, instead of swerving, like, you know, if you're driving along and an animal's in the road and you know you're going to hit it, like split-second thing, sometimes you do choose to go directly to it versus around it so that you do not have an accident yourself, you know, and cause problem, like, you know, hurt yourself or something. But apparently this guy thought it was a dog, so that's why he just kept going.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, you're supposed to if it's an animal.
Yeah. But
Leatus_Abnoboss says, not swerve.
yeah, but a little 2-year-old girl, toddler, ran completely over and died. And whenever they found him, they told him and stuff like that. You know, I don't know what they're gonna do with him. Whoever this guy was, I don't even know his name. But everybody that says, "Oh well, the guy's a good guy," and whatever, I'm thinking, well, still, you know, you hit somebody.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, the one watching that Todeller would feel horrible. The driver will feel horrible.
Oh yeah.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, if he didn't know.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Like when they were talking about it, like at work, they talk about it. People coming in talk about it, kind of thing. Unless he said that he thought it was a dog to just protect himself from whatever, you know, or if he wasn't even aware and he just hit something, you know, just said bump, you know.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, exactly.
Yeah, something to save his ass or something like that. Like, you know, you don't mean to do that, but instead of like, and how fast was this guy going? You think on the highway? Like, was he driving the speed limit? Able to see something about to happen? I mean, a toddler, yeah, they can dart pretty quick, you know, if they go a certain way, that's for sure. But I don't know. It's real sad. I had my cousin had 4 children with different guys.
Leodis underscore Abnoba says, why wasn't the one watching the toddler being more observant?
They had them yard sales, and they were probably watching the yard sale more, like the junk in the.
Oh my.
For that.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Leodis underscore Abnoba says, 4 guys.
Yes, 4 guys. Each of them, let's see, 2 legal in the United States and 2 from Mexico. Oh no, one was from Honduras. That's right.
Arcanoloth says, I like 5 guys.
But see, my grandparents were the ones watching all of these kids, like, so they were their great grandkids that my grandparents were watching, and they're not mobile enough or whatever. But the 2 of
Arcanoloth.
I choose you!
the 2 sisters of the little kid that this is what had happened. The kids, aside from the youngest, who was still just a baby, went down the driveway across the road to a friend's house, and the little boy, my cousin's kid, I guess he'd be like my second cousin, I don't know, had this little tricycle riding thing, like a 3-wheeled something, that was low riding, plastic wheels and all that kind of stuff. And he was trying to keep up with his sisters and stuff like that. Well, my grandfather asked my grandmother like where the kids were at, and she said she couldn't find them or whatever. So he drives down to the end of the driveway, and they had a long driveway. And as soon as he like looks to the left, there's a car coming down the road, and ran right over my cousin's little boy. And the guy like stopped immediately and got out, and he said that it was like dusk in the evening, and he thought it was maybe like a deer crossing the road.
Leodis underscore Abnoba says, oh my god.
Yeah, and the sisters.
Arctic Knight says, got to love it. When you log on to a new tune, first thing you see is a dancing Orion.
But my cousin's 2 daughters saw it happen. My grandfather saw it happen, and it just he watched the whole thing, like he played it back in his head like all the time, you could tell. And it killed my cousin's little boy like instantly, and the guy, he was really saddened like severely by it, and you can tell it gave him complex, because he gave the kid the little 3-wheeled thing he was riding like maybe a few weeks before that.
Abnoba says, I can't imagine the PTSD from that.
Yeah, so you can tell that my grandfather was just in a state of shock, because he kept calling the youngest little boy that was still, he was maybe like a year or so old. He kept calling him the replacement for the other brother. That's his replacement. That's all he kept saying. And ended up having like a funeral, and all that. And then since my cousin who had the kids was never around to watch them herself, she was always going out, getting high, going to jail, whatever like that, just never coming home. She ended up suing my grandparents' homeowner's insurance for her kid getting killed, and got a whole lot of money for it.
I am replacement number 4325, reporting for duty.
Hello, Murdoch.
Leodis underscore Abnoba says, seriously?
Yeah, right? Yeah, she ended up buying, let's see, a trailer house. She got back on food stamps to sell them for crack rock. What else was it? Some sort of a Cadillac that she bought from some shady person that apparently didn't buy it legally, so the car was not legal when she tried to get it insured and stuff. And so she had gotten pulled over and found that it was still in the ownership of the first person, and they had reported it stolen. So she bought a stolen car. Shortly after that, she got busted for like drugs.
Murdoch says, that's no bueno.
No bueno, yeah.
Leodis_Abnoba says, top-notch mother of the year there.
Yep, it continues to be the same way to this day. She's taught one of her daughters the daughter at 11 years old got pregnant by a guy down like in another town. She's had a baby. She's had another one since. Of course, that means that they couldn't go to school. But then again, COVID happened, so they were doing like, so the kid dropped out of school at like 12 years old or whatever, 11, 12, and the other sister just gave up on everything too. So they're kind of like their mother in a way. When she's around, they all go out, and then they have this attitude kind of situation. It's insane.
Leodis_Abnoba says, oh, my God. Why hasn't the state stepped in?
Exactly. So, when my grandfather had passed away, then my grandmother got like severe dementia, Alzheimer's, and stuff like that. Well, the kids couldn't stay at their house anymore. So my aunt, who is the actual grandmother of the kids, had to step in and start watching them. And she's so afraid of her crazy drug-headed daughter that she just gives her money and gives her car and just tells her to just go or whatever like that. So she's constantly like just siphoning life off of everyone she comes in contact with. So my aunt is now like the watcher of most of these kids, and these kids are turning into bad seeds because of their mother, and it's a nightmare. And recently my aunt's husband passed away. I'm thinking there's just something about like this situation, these kids. I mean, my grandparents were fine until they had to start raising their great grandkids. You know, my grandmother had
Murdoch
gotten like,
says, wanna do infected for the event?
well, I've already done it with my main character, but I'm going to continue to do it for a lot of my other ones.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I have a brother similar to that. But my parents figured him out and finally cut him off.
Yeah. Well, my cousin would throw her mother to the wall kind of situation and demand money and threaten her and stuff like that. And she just would allow it. My grandmother used to give her a checkbook and her credit card and just say, okay, here, you know, kind of thing. They're afraid of her. And to this day, she's still just a cancer to the family. My grandmother, out of stress, I think she actually got cancer one time, and you know she managed to fight it and get over it and everything. But then my grandfather had like severe heart failure and stuff, congestive heart failure. I'm thinking it's because of the stress from them damn kids. He had to always watch. I mean, you can imagine like 4 kids under the age of 10 or whatever just randomly running around your house all day long, and you're like in your 80s and late 70s or whatever, and can't keep up with them because of health problems, and it's just something else. We don't really talk much to them, to that part of the family. It's kind of wild.
Leodis_Abnoba says, it would be too much for anyone.
Yeah. I mean, it's no worse, you know, it's worser than how, you know, my preacher uncle went over to the Ukraine like back in the early 90s, and with his family, his 2 kids, his wife, you know, they were going to be missionary work over there, and well, he knocked up the translator lady over there, and she had a kid, so I've got a cousin in the Ukraine. His wife found out about it. They got a divorce. Now he's married to some other lady. And he'll preach at your church for a nominal fee, though. You know. He won't do it for free.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, Anchor baby. Could come here.
Right? I don't know that my sister contacted our cousin who's like his first daughter and got the information for that other cousin, but I can't remember her name, can't remember where she's at. But yeah, so I've got family in the Ukraine apparently. And maybe a possible cousin from Texas by him too. So yeah. He's still the preaching though, preaching the good word, thou shalt not and all that good stuff. It's just about money.
Murdoch says, well Scorp, I guess that means you're now obligated to go to Ukraine and fight as a freedom fighter. Let me know how that works out.
Yeah, I'm not a fighter.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, makes sense.
Yeah. I'm not a fighter. Okay, my uncle, right? The preacher. He saw that there was like this used car lot or something like that. He goes up to this guy and he's like, "Hey, I'm with so and so church. We're looking for a vehicle for our church. Do you mind donating one of yours, And the guy was like, to a church, sure, I'll donate. Well, whenever the car got there, my uncle ended up selling it for cash money for the church. I'm like, damn. It's a good business to be in, right? But he's a non-denomination church, so I guess that's what's okay. He wants to be a televangelist on TV so he can make the big money. That's why he's starting to charge for his services.
Says, sounds like business ISS a boomin'.
Business is a bloomin'.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, I don't understand how those people justify that in their own heads.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. Like, when my grandfather had passed away, he didn't leave a will or anything, and his 3 children, which one of them's my mother, her brother, and
Murdoch
their sister.
Says, DPRM is 418 million for a Klingon WTF. Leatus_Abnoboss says, the gymnastics must be Olympic level. Arcanoloth says, simple. They are God's side, and anyone that disagrees is on the devil's side. Damn
right. That is so damn right. I remember one time, my crazy cousin, who I mentioned, she had posted on Facebook her with a picture of a gun or whatever like that, and I just posted a question mark as like a response, like what, And my aunt immediately comes at me and says, "I know what you're thinking."
Leatus_Abnoboss says, "Amen, brother Arcane."
She goes, "I know what you're thinking, and that's not what it is. You need to just calm down and shut up and all this kind of stuff." And she said something like, "I don't have to like you or anything like that, but you're family, so I have to love you." And she just kept on and on and on about that. And she says, "To me, you are no longer like associated with me or something like this." I'm like, dude,
says, "I watched Coda. Good movie."
Coda. And she said, "But I have to forgive you because that's what the church teaches."
Leatus_Abnoboss says, she feels guilty about something.
Yeah.
Arcanoloth says, "Damn girl, like, this is a Wendy's." Leatus_Abnoboss says, LOL.
She had said that she has to forgive me or whatever like that because of my ways, and because I'm not any kind of ways. I just posted the question mark, the thing. And she said, "But since I go to church, I have to forgive you because that's what they preach in the church and all this." I said, under there, I was like, "But forgiveness should come from you first, then maybe from the church. It should come from within oneself."
Says, "Scorp, this is the very reason why I have no affiliation with my father's side of the family and my father, and the collateral damage is my mother, brother, and sister. My only family is my aunt on my mother's side." Leatus_Abnoboss says, "She strummed you."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she tried to. That's why I came back with that. And she said, "If you tell your mother that we had this conversation or whatever like that, it's going to be real bad for you." And I'm like, Seriously? Wow. Okay, whatever. So I kept it quiet for a while, and I told my mom about it. My mom went right to her sister, and they had like a talk or something like that. Just because like the ways that that part of my family always dealt with things, just I couldn't understand why there was it was just so crazy, And I didn't post anything on like Facebook or nothing like that, but it's just she knew my opinion on the subject matter, and then she just blasted, just got crazy. So just your aunt, huh? Our aunt, depending on where you're from and how you say it. Yeah, that's sometimes that just happens, Like family is family, but sometimes sometimes others can be family. Like there's like your blood relative family versus actual people that you consider a family. But yeah.
Murdoch says, yeah, I've been alone. No Christmas or nuttin' for 25 years.
Well, do you miss gathering with them and all that? Or is it just, nah, you're done with them kind of thing? They have a difference of opinion with you about something, and all of a sudden they've like disowned you as a relative kind of situation? That's kind of how it is for myself. I mean, every like maybe once in 4 years or something like that, I'll actually come across physically
Murdoch
with my
says,
aunt.
too complicated to go into. I mentioned some of it a while back.
Yeah.
Leodis_Abnoba says, family is by choice, I believe. Blood is not a requirement.
Right.
Murdoch says, the thing is, I think why can't I meet a nice girl and make my own family?
Yeah. There you go. Make your own family. Go buy a real doll.
Murdoch
Make
says,
your own family.
However, ladies just divorce you these days.
And take everything you own? Well, that's why you save up your money.
Murdoch says,
you buy a real doll.
It's a shit time we live in.
You can be like Lars in the real doll and just not even have a real wife. I mean, you can be like that guy that married a little Barbie doll. I mean, you got to do that. But then again, she'd probably divorce you and take half your shit. Take her Barbie car, and Ken will show up or whatever like that and threaten to fight you. Just imagine like a little 18-inch tall or 12 or however tall these things were coming up to your door, waving their hands at you, going, "Hey, buddy!" But yeah, I don't like associate with my family much. I never really cared much for gatherings of, say, Christmas or Thanksgiving or anything like that. I'd always asked if I could like work, especially on Thanksgiving. And Christmas we were always closed, so I had to go. But it's just such an uncomfortable feeling. Couldn't be like who you wanted to be. You had to like just sit there and be quiet kind of situation. Tell a little joke that you think is funny and everybody else finds it offensive because it's not a clean joke or something, or doesn't fit within their parameters for being funny. Or then they ask you about like your life and stuff like that, like
Leodis_Abnoba says, same here, I request holidays to work. Don't like to censor myself.
Right? Then they'll tell you something like, because in my family, like the grandkids, right? I was the first grandkid, and I had allergy problems, so I couldn't be outside much. So I didn't want to play ball, and that made my grandfather upset. And now he was always like, "Why can't you be like your other cousin?" Because I was the first boy. All this kind of stuff. And
Leodis_Abnoba says, unless it's a kid. I censor myself around little ones.
well, yeah, there's that. But it's like out of all the grandkids that were on that side, I was the only one that has maintained a job at one place for 10 plus years. Everyone else has had so many other jobs. They've done this, they've done that.
Arcanoloth says, such a thing as read in the room. I had a friend I deployed with, would join every voice chat with, okay, you guys aren't the kinda that get upset when someone says the N-word, are ya? I'm like, dude, chill.
Goodness. But I'm being like one that's always maintained a steady job. They would always tell me, like, you know, that I needed to find a job, and I needed to go to work and do all this or whatever like that, you know, and I needed to quit where I was working because that wasn't a thing to stay with or something. And I'm like, dude.
Murdoch says, well, you're better than me in that department. I don't like to work around stupid people.
My God, today there was like this, oh my goodness gracious. Since we're having this clearance sales event thing, everyone thinks that everything they pick up has to be half off of this or a little bit more off of that. And they come up to you with all this stuff asking, what's the price of this? You know, and you're like, what the hell is that? Whatever it is, it came back to life. Okay. They were like, well, if this is this price, then that means it's supposed to be more than like this off and all that. I'm like, no, it specifically says this. You know, you know, if you read right here, and I'm thinking, yep, they didn't read. Seems to be an ongoing problem in the United States these days.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I know what I am doing tomorrow at the local DG.
Well, yeah, the sale, it ended today, so it's over. But it just surprises me, like, people can't, like, just understand basic things sometimes. And I mean, like, for instance,
Leodis_Abnoba says, I can still ask prices.
yes, you can. You can even download the app and scan it yourself if you wanted to. But since, like, for instance, we have a card machine that is just completely just trashed.
Arcanoloth says, knees.
Neat. But it's our card machine's completely trashed. You have to, like, if you have a debit card with a chip, you have to
Arcanoloth says,
insert it.
I gotta be up in the morn. Y'all keep it classy.
All right, dude. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for being chosen. Man, these things are back again.
Murdoch says, I'm gassy.
Gassy? Gassy, you're saying?
Arcanoloth.
I choose you!
But the card machine, if you don't, like, we tell everybody every time if they have problems, you know, insert your chip, let it stay in there because it's going to say chip malfunction, and then eventually it will say, would you like to swipe your card? Choose yes, and then swipe your card. And they'll do that, everything will be great. Next day they come in, they're like, what do I do? You're like, okay, do this. You tell them exactly, word for word again, how to make their card work. They're like, okay, thank you, buy their stuff, leave. Then, the next day, they come in. Same routine. You know, over and over and over. It's like they don't retain it. And I'm like,
Murdoch
I don't
says,
understand.
you put your pangas inside.
Yes. Yes, mother. Yes, Pinky. But it's like, just, it's a simple thing to remember on how to do something or whatever, and they just can't. They can't retain it. It makes me, it's like a pet peeve of mine. I got a lot of them at work. Dinosaur. Radioactive dinosaur. Yeah, damn it. Anybody watched Batman yet? The Batman. The Batman. The Batman.
Leodis_Abnoba says, they can't remember because they are sewing price maths in their head.
Yes.
Murdoch says, where is it playing? Leodis_Abnoba says, I am going Thursday.
Playing cinemas / theaters randomly in places. Yeah, it's getting out there a little bit. My whole thing today was like,
All three
okay,
silos are under Allied control. Excellent work.
stuff is half
Murdoch
off.
says, so not streaming yet?
No, no, no. They're talking about the streaming maybe coming in April or whatever, late April, if you wanted to watch it streaming, which sucks. But like, okay, the clearance sales event was anything marked on like with the sticker, it was half off.
Leodis
That's
underscore
it.
Abnoba says, Bomax carries DC stuff.
Yeah, but they're not streaming Batman yet though. That's one of the problems. But this lady came in and she picked up this clearance item that had a tag on it for like $2, and she says, "Well, if it's half off, how much is it?" And what's half of two? Think about it. You know, I said,
Leodis underscore Abnoba says, LOL.
I said, $1. She goes, "Can you
Murdoch
check and make
says,
sure?"
Forgot you work at the dollar store or everything's a dollar.
Yes, Dollar General. That's where I work. Dollar General, Dollar General. Talking bad about your customers again. But she asked me. She says, could you scan it anyway and tell me if it's really $1?" So I said, "Yeah, sure." I scanned it. And said, "Look, it says it's $1. But is it supposed to be more than that off?" And I said, "No, it's half off of the sticker price, like it says on the tag there." "Oh, well, I don't want it then." I was like, "Okay." Then she'd pick up something for $1. She says, "Well, how much is this then if it's $1?" I said, 50
Murdoch
cents.
says, the Dollar General and we are talking about a sale. This is so funny.
Yeah. So she just asked us like, it's half of $1. It's 50 cents. She's like, "Oh, okay." And then she like continuously like she picks up this blanket, this throw. We have these throw blankets that are like seasonal. They're out. It's off time for those, so they're going to be marked down. And it was like a $10 throw. She goes, "Well, how much is half of this?" And it's like, did you fucking go to school and learn this shit or what the fuck? That's like $5. She goes, "Oh, okay." Wow, the wizardry that is mathematics. Instead of a literacy fund, maybe we need to have a
Leodis
math
underscore
fund.
Abnoba says, no child left behind at work.
No child left behind. Yeah, see the guy that created or made Dollar General, so it used to be Turner and Sons, was illiterate. Could not read anything like that. He could do like math because he could do money, but he couldn't read. So naturally, they have a literacy fund that you can donate to or that you can get involved with or something like that. But I'm thinking, man, they need something else for this.
Murdoch says, he was the general of the Southern Army, right?
I have no idea. I don't even know his like real name. It's the history of it's on their website. Whenever they changed over to Dollar General back in Turner and Sons started in 1939. First little sub retail clothing discount store or whatever in the United States. And
Murdoch says, the Confederate Army, I mean LOL.
Confederate Army. 19 alt. Okay, yeah. In 1939. Okay. So in the 1955 is when they changed it over to Dollar General because things weren't just $1 anymore. That's when money actually increased in value and all that kind of shit happened. So they have this pink pants event that they had at that time where all the men wore pink pants on the opening day of the first Dollar General. There was one guy like pushing his pelvis forward toward the camera. If you ever go see the picture, he's excited. And then they kind of took off from there. It's really wild. I think Walmart was like
Murdoch says, yeah, I miss the days when literally everything was really $1. It just made sense then.
Even like most dollar places, like say Dollar Tree, since whenever they bought out Family Dollar, they still used to be Dollar Tree. Now Dollar Tree is no longer a dollar store. It is $1.25. $1.25. But they're still merged with Family Dollar, so you can, go into one of their stores and probably find both from both companies. I don't know. I no longer am associated with Family Dollar, even though I can still log into the site and view my W-2s that I don't get any money for. That's what's weird. Go into any store and still use my register number. I mean, they never get rid of that shit. Unless they finally did, since the company did go bankrupt. I don't know, but it was so wild. I mean, when I worked at Family Dollar 12, whatever, 11 years ago, 11 and a half, or 10 and a half years ago, because, okay, yeah. Had an associate that transferred themselves to another store, and then while they were there, they quit.
Boss says, manager.
Who's a manager? Don't you dare throw that word at me. I was never a manager. But this associate...
Boss says,
no,
you.
I am never going to be a manager. They can
Boss says, lame.
But this associate, when I worked at Family Dollar, when they transferred themselves out, and then they eventually quit at the store they were at, maybe a year went by. They came back. I was like, oh, hey, how you been? I ain't seen you in a while. They're like, yeah. And I said, hey, do me a favor and try to just log into this register. And they did. It's like, holy shit. And they no longer employed by the company, but yet they could still use their information on the register to log in. It was so funny. Because Family Dollar uses a general hub at their home office to where you can go to any store.
Boss says, no wonder they went under.
Right? But you can go to any store as long as you're employed at Family Dollar and log in with your information. It was a central hub type situation. Whereas at Dollar General, you have to be manually entered into the store's system if you were going to work there for a day or whatever like that. Yeah, they had a lot of ideas. They spent money. That's the thing. Family Dollar spent money to make their stores better, but it bit them in the ass. Especially when it went to Undercover Boss. Because that Undercover Boss, the dude came out with some stupid ideas, and it really ruined the rest of it. But that was after my time, so I was never there for that. But yeah, Dollar General wanted to buy Family Dollar out, but the CEO, Howard Levine of Family Dollar, did not want Dollar General to own anything because he didn't want his family's legacy's company or whatever like that to, to be taken down or something like that. Then Dollar Tree buys it and they cut them down on their ability to actually make any money for themselves, and you see paper everywhere. I mean. They closing down so many, and they've even had recently a rat problem in the distribution centers. It's all over the news. Where the distribution centers shut down, so they shut down 400 Family Dollar stores because of rats. It's temporary shutdowns, not long-lasting shutdowns.
Boss says, oh wow.
Yeah. There's an employee or whatever that worked at one of the distribution centers had a video of him holding a chip up to a rat, and the rat was not running away. There was dead rats, dead birds everywhere and stuff. And so I guess somebody from there must have turned him in to somebody, and and they eventually said okay, and then customers were noticing rat turds and stuff that they were buying, and so they shut down some stores because of it, and we're going to clean them all up and stuff.
Boss says, how do you let a business get that bad?
It's when you don't care.
Murdoch says, rat turds, good eating.
Heck yeah. When I worked at the other Dollar General before I came to this one, we had one mouse problem. Not a rat, but a mouse. Because we ended up catching it. It would eat the chocolate candy up at the front registers. But eventually, the sticky traps did work. They called in for a Exo Comp or whatever they're called. It's a company that deals in pest control, and they eventually like got rid of the problem there. We didn't have a problem since. It was just field mice too. It wasn't like a rat thing. But every once in a while, we would get like the occasional like bird dropping because
Murdoch says, "Meh boy."
my boy. But you can't really like okay if you're in one of those distribution centers, you got to think that's a big metal building, right? Birds can get in there, pests can get in there, but the worst thing that they could have done, whenever how the pests get in and stay in, is the trucks, like they'll park the trailers and they'll have the doors wide open on the trailers, and there's like all this stuff that's still in there, like probably little pieces of chips or candy or something that's fallen out and busted over the time that the trucks have been hauling, and little cardboard boxes that stay in there. So, rats will get in there, start living. And the next thing you know, they're bringing that stuff back into the distribution center because they got to reuse the boxes for some reason or whatever, and it happens. But to that extent, though, damn, I mean, I've never heard of a Dollar General being shut down because of a pest problem yet. But then again, every once in a while a bird will fly in and be trapped in the store because of the way the store is set up. They think they can go through a window, but we try to get them out of there. Yeah, when I was at the company, it seemed like it was going strong. There weren't too many stores, but it was steady. People were buying from there. Everything made sense. I mean, I still remember department numbers. 14 for hair care, 9 for soap and stuff or whatever, 12 for food. I can remember all that stuff. I go over here to Dollar General, like whenever from there, down one single food aisle is like 5 different departments. And it's up in the 300s and 400s. What the hell? Just use regular numbers, you dumbasses. It was a complete like crazy joke. Like everything that I had like been a part of at Family Dollar, like taking part in like these new shelf fixtures that would be put up and how to put them up and stuff, and like changes and how the business was. It repeated itself whenever I went to Dollar General. It's like, we're going to be doing this within 2 months. And they said, how do you know? And I said, trust me, just wait. And it would happen. They said, how did you know that was going to happen? I said, because it happened at Family Dollar. It's like Dollar General was copying everything that they could from Family Dollar. There's even like, if you ever go into one of the Dollar Generals.
Leotis_Abnoba says, I managed a gas station and we had a mouse living in the ATM. He would eat at the money and made a giant nest. We couldn't figure out how the money would get tore up. Then the ATM guy took the ATM apart.
He was tearing up money and using it to make a nest. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, Wow. Imagine like hundreds of dollars just sitting there all crumbled up in pieces. Wow.
Leotis_Abnoba says, that's my mouse story.
That'd have been interesting to look to see, though. Was it hundreds or 20s or something? Dude, I completely forgot about like pulling together the chain, just change. What the fuck? Let's see. Go back to that.
Murdoch says, when do new episodes of Picard come out? Leotis_Abnoba says, it was 20 bits of pieces made into a nest on the bottom of the ATM.
Well, Picard, when did it come back out? Was it Thursday morning at like 1:30 is whenever you said it come out before? It's scheduled, if you look it up on the internet, it's scheduled to pop into existence like Thursday morning at 12 a.m. Pacific time. That's its official time. But and that would be like 2 a.m. for us, but it has been like 30 minutes before that or 1 o'clock, depending. But it's a Thursday thing, so you have to wait till Thursday. So Murdoch, you watched it, right? What'd you think about that? Since we've all seen it. I called it though. I said that Q
Murdoch
would show up at
says,
the very end.
I liked it.
I said Q would show up at the very end of the episode, and the episode would probably just go right off, you know, as soon as he said what he did.
_Abnoba says, Q, I love me some Q. Murdoch says, it wasn't Discovery so.
Yeah, it wasn't Discovery, so it was alright. Yeah, I watched Discovery as well. They didn't get any further there again. They finally went down to a planet, though. I mean, which was different. It's nice to see an alien planet on a show about aliens and space travel and trekking around the stars. They weren't just in their ships talking the whole damn time. Well, 3/4 of the time they were. Yeah. Other than that, they were tripping on acid or something like that on the ground. Because as soon as they got down there, their environmental suits could not filter out.
Leodis_Abnoba says, Discovery is good only because it opened the door to more Trek.
That's right. It got Trek started back up again, and then we're just going to toss it because, you know, Discovery. But it's like this this powder or a substance or something that the exosuits could not filter out, even though these suits are sealed suits. And it gave them fear emotions, and they saw like memories.
Abnoba says, yeah, the blue goop getting into suit was dumb.
Yeah. So the only one that didn't get in like contact with it was able to reprogram the suit so they could filter it out. Like filter out a sealed suit. Okay. Then they're like, well, this substance wasn't in our galaxy, so our suits wouldn't know about it.
Says, oh, unknown particle. Let's let it in.
For real, yeah. That's a lot of the problems I have with like Discovery. Sometimes it jumps the science too far. Sealed environmental suit. Seals out space. You can be in space with this thing, but you come in contact with some unknown particle, like you're saying, you know, and it's like absorbed into your suit and touching your skin. What the fuck? You know, instantly too. It's not. It's like it doesn't.
Leodis_Abnoba says, "Gimme Lost in Space."
I did like Lost in Space, the reboot or whatever it was. Will Robinson jumped up there pretty quick though, but that's to be expected. I mean, it took time between shots and stuff. That's why whenever they plan out a series,
Murdoch says, there are scenes that make me want to vomit, but not gonna get into that.
Of Lost in Space? I mean, okay, if you're gonna like have a show with a kid at a certain age and you want them to remain young during your show,
Murdoch says,
you need
disco.
You need to film this thing as quick as possible instead of like taking year breaks here and there. It is to be expected when you had COVID, but I want to swear that Lost in Space, everything they shot or whatever was before that. Maybe the third season wasn't, but they could have done it different, like hurried it up. You know, like shot. Okay, like season 1 does good.
Abnoba says they had a good reason. The year jump.
Yeah, they had. Like, I'm thinking they had. They had to come up with that reason because of COVID, probably, and the reason that Will got. You know, like okay, if you think about it, in their original script, was that gonna be something? Like, did they plan that out, or did they only plan it out after possible COVID and the fact that, well, when we come back to the family, you know, this character that played Will is going to be, like, grown up, you know. So we had to
Murdoch
figure
says,
something out.
But Lost in Space lost me because it started to drag on with that lady that was causing problems. The story didn't interest me.
Yeah, the so-called Dr. Smith, yeah.
Murdoch says, like every story, she puts a wrench in it.
Yeah. Like, what are we going to do with Smith? Oh, we'll do this time. You know, yeah, it kind of stuck too much to one specific story arc versus one per season type situation. It was like an ever-growing same... If it could have been like one whole season with
Murdoch
everything they
says,
had in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the alien story arc. It could have been more traditional and had like different things and actually get lost in space versus everybody getting lost in space. I mean, Lost in Space is about one family.
Abnobah says, I bet they had a contingency they have to know it would be spaced over 3 years at puberty.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Since it was on Netflix or whatever, shows typically take forever to like to come out. You know, in there. You know, it's not like boom, 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 like a yearly thing
Murdoch
scheduled.
says, I liked Battlestar Galactica more. Now that was fun.
Yeah, I love Battlestar Galactica. It sucked that it ended the way it did, though, so kind of quickly all of a sudden. I'd have liked to have had more. I mean, it lasted a lot longer than the original.
Abnobah says, the director stated it would only be 3-season story. Possibly other spin-offs. Murdoch says, I wanted it to keep going.
Yeah. Well, Bonnie Hammer doesn't like stuff like that on her channel, damn it. If it makes money and people like it, and it just doesn't keep making more money every damn year.
You Human has started stalking you. You Human has started stalking you.
That's a pretty cool name. You Human. Human. Hello there. Welcome to the boring chat channel.
Says, I hated how Battlestar Galactica ended.
Are we talking about the first one, or are we talking about the sci-fi show one? The sci-fi network version. Damn it, quit shooting me. My name's not damn it. I'm probably talking about,
Murdoch says, the one in the 200s.
200s.
Leatus_Abnobah says, Sci-Fi Adam Eve.
Sci-Fi
Murdoch says, 2000s /
Ah, yes, with Katie Sackhoff.
Murdoch says, was it 2014?
I can't remember. It was back during the, Friday primey times, or a little bit after that. Gaius Baltar and all that. Terry, what's her name? Trisha Heffler. Yeah, that was a pretty good show. Yeah, it ended rather quickly. Like, just
Murdoch
all of a sudden,
says,
bam, bam, bam.
I like the badass women, the blonde.
Yeah, Katie Sackhoff played Starbuck on there. She's got a YouTube channel you can watch.
Leatus_Abnobah says, I liked the play off Automa and the press. Murdoch says, she did a good job.
Yeah, you know, and then they came out with, what, Caprica after that? As a prequel? But yeah. It was pretty much the same story as the original Battlestar. You know, like, it was pre-Earth time.
Leatus_Abnobah says, didn't watch Caprica.
Okay. You didn't watch Caprica? It was primarily like focused on the daughter of this couple, and she's like what prompted the development of Cylon stuff or whatever unconsciously. There was like a virtual world that they could go into.
Murdoch says,
like the Matrix.
I will wait till you're ready to hit infected.
Roger that. Good deal. Yeah, let me capture this zone here. Which shouldn't take long. I mean, it's right there. It's right there, right there. Alright, right there. Boingy, 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 boingy. I've been doing the thing that's not supposed to be done on stream, but I've been doing it off stream. The Starbase 1 thing.
Murdoch says, she has a nice Cletus.
Cletus, is that you, boy? Yeah, Katie Sackhoff plays in The Mandalorian too, as Bo-Katan.
Leatus_Abnobas says, Strange New Worlds. Kill Pike first episode?
No, Pike's not gonna die. He can't die. Everyone knows Pike's fate, and even Pike knows his own fate now. Yeah. I mean, in Discovery, you got that vision thing that said, if you watch this, this will be your actual whatever.
Abnobas says, put him in a wheelbox?
Yeah, they will. I mean, he technically in that episode of Discovery, when he viewed the future that was going to be fixed if he viewed it, he saw himself burned and in the little box wheel
Murdoch
thing.
says, to live with that ugly deformed woman on some strange planet.
Shit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. Well, they've already like established that, apparently he's already been there timeline wise. So
Leatus_Abnobas says, mind powers made her pretty.
that's right. Made her into a lot of things.
Leatus_Abnobas says, beer helps too.
Right. Yeah, that's gonna be a while before that happens, because we never really did we ever really know in the original series how he got that way. I know that they brought him in like a few times or whatever for like Spock's trial or whatever, and stuff, and then like he just went living with, like, what's her name, like, taken back to that planet.
Leatus_Abnobas says, I don't recall.
Yeah, because Spock, what was it? He received some sort of transmission, and that Captain Pike wanted him to come get him or something. I can't remember. It's been so damn long ago. But as Spock was trying to do that, they had a trial.
Says, Prawley fought Kirk for Spock's hand in marriage.
But Spock went against a lot of stuff or whatever to take Captain Pike to that planet so that he can live whatever life of, luxury type life instead of in a wheelchair. Which that episode really, to me, didn't make any damn sense. I mean, they could have just asked Pike, "Hey, is this, you want Spock to do this or whatever like that?" He's like, "Yeah, okay, let's do it, get it over with." But no, they had to stretch it out and have a tribunal thing against Spock. And they had to go back over the episode. I think it was one of those episodes to just recall, like, the past pilot episode. They've done that in several series throughout, television, where they'll, like, just go back over things and stuff and make it more of a canon-y type whatever. Why did we decide to shoot that when we were aiming at this? Why? Damn it. I cannot understand the aiming shit on this game for nothing. I'm aiming at this. I want to shoot that.
Leatus_Abnobas says, a way to reuse the PLA since it never aired.
Yeah, and they're thinking, people have never seen it.
Leatus_Abnobas says, aired.
Yeah. And they're thinking, a lot of people didn't ever watch the pilot, or so they wouldn't know about this character, so they want to reintroduce the character. The species, perhaps, for a later thing. I did like in what is that, the cartoon one with Boimler or whatever, and I forget the damn name of it for some reason. But they had like a picture of Kirk and Spock from the cartoon back in like the 60s/70s. After Star Trek was over, they made that cartoon with the original actors voicing the parts, and they had a picture of it on that the other Star Trek that I can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember. It's not Prodigy, it's that other one, though.
Destroy it.
You know, with, what's her name? Adventurous, damn it.
Leodis_Abnoba says, the pilot with Pike was shot down because female couldn't be number 1. And Pike wasn't manly aggressive enough.
Lower Decks, yeah.
Leodis_Abnoba says, Lower Decks.
Yes, I don't know why I could not remember that. But yeah, there's a scene on one of the episodes of that they actually show a picture of Kirk and Spock from the cartoon, you know, like a little screenshot of it as a picture, or like sitting on somebody's shelf or something like that, or they either look it up on a viewer or something. And I think it's kind of hilarious because the way it was drawn back then, which is so rugged. They reuse the same like shots for every damn thing. Ultra close-ups. Like you can see like nose hair.
Leodis_Abnoba says, the animated series.
Yeah. But you know, if you've watched it, you see how crazy it just was, the way they like portrayed everybody walking around. Like they would just be shadows in the background walking, but when it was like up close scenes, they'd be standing a certain weird way or whatever, and how they ran towards stuff and how they just kind of popped into view of the camera with everybody behind them, and it was just different. But it didn't last, you know. Hey, we got defeated, yay. It didn't last, which is a shame. I mean, that would have been pretty cool. I mean, they were going to give us another Star Trek eventually, but that got shot down too. That Phase 2. Phase 2. Gamma. Let's get Gamma. But at least, you know, at least some fans came out with that. James Calloway dude that rebuilt the whole like interior sets of Star Trek.
Leodis_Abnoba says, they touched on stories they wanted to do for Phase 2.
Yeah. I mean, even Star Trek Motion Picture was supposed to be an episode of like the new Star Trek if it were to ever happen. But it never happened. It never happened. But like I was saying though, James Calloway, since he came out with Star Trek, he called it Phase 2, and then like New Voyages or something like that later on, or either vice versa. I can't remember exactly. And those were pretty decent, except for his pilot. He looked like Elvis. I mean, he had the super hair and the big sideburns, whatever. But the point was like the story versus the actual characters. If you can get past not seeing William Shatner as Kirk or not seeing Leonard Nimoy as Spock, the stories were pretty good. A lot of them were actual scripts that were going to be for Phase 2 or later Star Trek series. So he would like contact the original writer for that, see if it was okay to use it. You know, and he's like, yeah, because Paramount didn't own the rights to that episode because it never aired and never got like finalized or something. And even George Takei was in a few episodes.
Leodis_Abnoba says, yeah, the motion picture was the last Roddenberry had a direct hand in. It wasn't until TNG Roddenberry got control again.
Now it's like Eugene Roddenberry, his son. Eugene. But, you know, if you like the original series and want to continue watching some episodes of it, suspend your disbelief even more, you can watch that. You know, it was either Phase 2 or New Voyages or whatever it was called. And it was free to download. I mean, they had them in acts and stuff. You can download parts of them, put it all together. They had a ship's counselor lady in it. And even Gigi Edgley starred in one of the fan creations. It was if Star Trek Continues. There was 2 separate fan creations going on. One was the Phase 2 / New Voyages, and then one was Continues. And Continues had that Vic guy that used to voice in this game, but you know the allegations against him, and now he doesn't no longer associated anything with it. His sexual things that he did, or may have, I don't know, who knows, right? But
Leodis_Abnoba says, oh yeah, the Seventh Heaven guy.
Well, Yeah, the Seventh Heaven guy, whatever his name was. Yeah, he was in the motion picture, but this guy, Vic, I can't ever remember his last name. He used to voice, like if you started off a temporal recruit or just a TOS officer, he was the admiral guy at the star base or whatever, his voice. And throughout the game, he voiced other characters, but they had to replace him.
_Abnoba says, Seventh Heaven admitted to touching little ones.
Wouldn't doubt it. He was on the CW, well, WB back in the day. But no, Vic, what's his name? Most recent, he's like a, he played Kirk in the Star Trek Continues fan creation stuff years ago. And he did an okay job with it. I mean, they even had John Delancey come in and be in an episode. If I'm saying his name correctly, I'm probably not. They had Walter, what's-his-face, come in there that played Chekhov to play Chekhov again. It's a pretty cool episode, too. I kind of liked it. Like, in TOS, if you never watched one of the episodes...
_Abnoba says, Q.
Yeah, he was there, but he not as Q, though. It was an interesting episode. Captain and everybody, like, are trying to do peace talks with these two alien races or something for some reason, and they beam down to the planet, and the planet's... The way the sun and atmosphere are, it grayscales everything like black-white grayscale. So nobody sees color. And so it has a theme with it, because of that. They stuck with
Leatus _Abnoba says, ugh, starting to delay. BRB.
Roger. Drone. I gotta get that. I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my pager in my home the bottom. Oh, something was back at them. You must not got them. That's way. There once was a ship that put to sea.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
But it's an interesting.
Leatus _Abnoba says, back.
Welcome back. It's an interesting thing if you've ever watched TOS and just wanted more TOS type style of stuff, then the fan creations are not that bad. Like the episode that Walter Craig, what's his face, comes back into as Chekhov. Of course, him being older now, they had a younger Chekhov actor on the show. But since this specific episode centered around one of the original script that was going to be later in an episode of Star Trek, but they got canceled, whatever. One episode of the original series where Captain Kirk and everybody gets exposed to this stuff that starts to age them faster. It's where Captain Kirk becomes senile and all that kind of stuff. This is my ship. I can totally captain commander, kind of thing,
Leatus _Abnoba says, TOS can suck an egg. I am Picard man.
Yeah, TOS...
Until I meant Janeway.
TNG was my first Star Trek. But there are some interesting episodes from the original series that are pretty damn good. I mean, that stand out. Amok Time being one of them. Or Kirk versus Spock.
Leatus _Abnoba says, no.
But the episode is like
Leatus _Abnoba
Kirk
says,
and them get
you're
old.
Wrong.
But Chekhov never gets... He gets exposed to this stuff, but he never gets old. But this episode of like the fan creation thing, it's all of a sudden affected Chekhov, so they bring in the original Chekhov to play the part of the older Chekhov. It's a pretty interesting thing to bring him back in there. But yeah, my Star Trek started on TNG. And I would watch it every single week and everything like
Murdoch
that.
says, Wrath of Khan still epic.
Yes, Wrath of Khan.
Leatus _Abnoba says, that would be fun to watch.
Yeah. And like I said, Gigi Edgley, she was in one of the episodes that they put her in there, And it's like a free thing. You can download and watch it anytime. You can go to their YouTube channel, watch full episodes of it. It's Star Trek, the original series based, you know. Again, it doesn't have William Shatner. It doesn't have Spock or anybody.
Leodis_Abnoba says, the movies are the exception. The only good TOS was the movies.
Well, you gotta know who Khan was. If you've never watched TOS, then Wrath of Khan wouldn't really make much more sense, you know. In my opinion. I mean, sure, you can probably gather that they know each other, kind of thing, but you don't know how they know each other. And the fun fact is,
Abnoba says, it's explained.
the interesting thing is Chekhov was not.
Abnoba says, no.
Chekhov was not a member of the crew when Khan was originally there.
Abnoba says, you're wrong.
Oh, Rex. So how would Chekhov even know who he is and what he went through?
Leodis_Abnoba says, smiley face.
So that's the thing that got a lot of the fans, like, since Chekhov was never on the ship on TOS when Khan originally first showed up in Star Trek, how would he... Because Khan's like, oh yeah, I remember you. You're like, how do you remember him? He wasn't even there. Unless he was just a background character that, you know, that was never shown on camera kind of situation. Ricardo Montalban. Ricardo, how are you?
Leodis_Abnoba says, I'm messing with you. TOS isn't horrible. Just not my jam.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I say, and I grew up watching TNG, 80s to 90s kind of thing. Then DS9, Voyager. I found Voyager interesting because, you know, it was way out there and they were going home. And they had to survive versus just having access to Starfleet and all this kind of stuff. And then Enterprise was pretty cool to me too because it was the beginning of, you know, Starfleet and everything like that. And I really appreciated the fact that they tried to stick clear to early on type stuff and not have advanced things already, like no shields and stuff. It was great. But you gotta watch, you know, like stories of stuff like that are created from it. You got to see the origins of it. So that's why when I was able to watch the original series, I liked it a lot because it's what created the whole franchise. You know, it got it going, got the ball rolling. And in the process, you get to see Shatner overact. And yeah.
Omega particle levels are at 50%. Defeat the Voth engineer.
You get fantastic clips of Shatner yelling at randomly things and all this kind of stuff. And
Leodis_Abnoba says, and hit the air when I was poor and in college. No cable. Didn't watch it till much later. Just heard the bad press. I did enjoy when I watched it.
Yeah, I mean the premise of the show was interesting. I mean, even if you didn't like the stories or something like that, just the idea that this is like one of the first ships out there, like the flagship of before the Federation, you know, and all this kind of stuff, and their like trials and errors, and they could have done away with that whole Xindi thing, you know, and stuff. I would not have had that in it. Just something normal. Give me like episodics, like episodes like TNG and original series, something like that, you know, versus this whole story arc about the Xindi this and the whatever the shape-shifting people were. I can't remember. Little teases at technology that they eventually would get. How frail they were. Like the first episode when you see like Malcolm.
Leodis_Abnoba says, sphere builders?
Yeah, something like, yeah, those people, you know, it's the, what are they? They got surgically modified to where they can crawl on ceilings and morph into other people or something. It's the Suliban, that's what it is. You know, something we've never heard of until Enterprise. Like, what the hell happened to them and the rest of the shows and stuff? At least I don't remember them. But did I already?
Laetus underscore Abnobos says, Libertarians.
Librarians. We got introduced to Daniels through that. He screwed around with a lot of shit. If not for his interfering, probably would have never had that problem. Or well, the Borg's interference at contact would not have led up to what was going on. Maybe, I don't know. But there's just something magical about like being that far back, you know, with show and stuff. And since Scott Bakula was already
Laetus
established.
underscore Abnobos says, I wish it would have made it till the Federation Rom War.
Yeah, you know, like, get it out there. And, like, now, according to Star Trek lore or whatever, Archer was the first captain to actually touch down and walk on the planet Kronos because he's delivered the Klingon. So, hell, he's got a whole system named after him on here. It was just interesting, like a Warp 5 engine, you know. Zephram Cochrane, all this kind of stuff. There's so many more stories they could tell, but I guess they're going to start telling them, I mean, because, you know, Pike.
Laetus underscore Abnobos says, Stowe should do a ENT arc.
I know, right? That would have been awesome. I don't even have you know, I try my best to, like, stick with Enterprise
Laetus
stuff.
underscore Abnobos says, since it's canon now.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the pieces in the game. I mean, they're finally, like, integrating more Terran stuff, but they're never going to have, like, an actual super Terran thing. I mean, if anything, also, just the next generation, you know, make more of that kind of a, like, you go back in time or something to it. And what the hell's the deal with this right here? Okay, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but okay. Let's give us something, like, give us the voice actors of people, you know, to where we're a crewman on something and they're remembering a battle or something, you know. That'd be nice. Like, have us on the bridge during the battle between the Klingon sisters and stuff, and when the Enterprise has to separate.
Says, hard to continue the vision without Gene.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, like, we're on the bridge and then Data does this little life forms thing and then we just crash into the planet. Like, you're one of the people living through that through a holodeck or something, you know. Life forms. Precious little life forms.
Life forms. You tiny little life forms. You precious little life forms. Where are you?
Yeah. Just like little things like that, kind of
but
like.
You don't have to take my word for it.
You know, like key moments. So who was it was telling me that other Star Trek game? It was MC Wolfcat. She plays another Star Trek game, and they actually have like the Battle of the Wrath of Khan, like Kirk versus Khan simulation in there, where you are the Enterprise and you fight against Khan and all that kind of stuff, or whatever. And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. Why don't they put that in here? You know, they'll put little things of something like that, but it's not the full like battles. And
Murdoch says, what's the game called?
I can't remember, but MC Wolfcat, that's how, like, when I first started watching her stuff, she played that. It was like Starfleet Academy.
Murdoch says, is she talking about a mobile game?
No, she was playing it on her
Laetus
PC.
underscore Abnobos says, Starfleet Academy games had training missions.
But they had like a live action, like screens of like people talking and you making choices type thing. And I think she was the one telling me about the battles, or somebody told me about a game with battles.
Laetus underscore Abnobos says, Bridge Commander.
It could be that. Maybe it wasn't MC Wolfcat telling me about that. Maybe Maybe it was. It's something that's got the actual battles that you can, like, do or whatever in the game. Maybe the game before this.
Leodis_Abnoba says, teams of 4 can play together.
But I think it was like the game before they had Stowe. You know, like they have ship battles and stuff in 3D on that game.
Leodis_Abnoba says, each at a different station.
And then they have the one where, like, you can do it with virtual reality goggles and stuff like that. Which that'd be interesting. I mean, just you kind of sit there, you can't move around, but you know. Boingy boingy. I can't remember who actually told me that. I think I'm getting it confused. It probably wasn't MC. I'm just thinking of a different game.
Leodis_Abnoba says, have rocks fall from the sky on you.
Right. Dude, no, I need to get that on, like, recorded. Of going to Nimbus and all of a sudden when you beam back on your ship, there's a boulder hitting you. This happened to a few people because I had asked before, like in the chat, like this chat, the Star Trek chat, like anybody ever had like a Gorn throw a boulder at you or a rock at you when you're on Nimbus and you beam up and then all of a sudden you're on your ship and the rock hits your ship? They said, yeah, it's happened to me a few times. I'm like, that's hilarious. It's like they lunged it all the way into space. It's an animation problem, a glitch or whatever. A carryover type situation. I've seen a lot of things like that happen on here before. Like, you'll be then during a space battle and somebody will beam in, but they won't change to their ship, so there'll just be the character floating around. Those are always fun. Or there'll be a head. Like one of your officers or whatever, just a head attached to a ship kind of situation. It's one of those just random glitches.
Leodis_Abnoba says, don't muck with the Gorn. Even the Clinks had problems.
Right? They need to have, like... I want Ferenginar to be on here, but I don't know if... Were they ever... I've asked this several times, but I guess we've never seen Ferenginar, like, on a show or something like that.
Life forms. You tiny little life forms.
Leodis_Abnoba says, yes we have.
Forms. Well,
Leodis_Abnoba says, DS9.
Ah. But, you know, to not... You know, they have this system in the game or whatever like that, but you don't really go there, you know, like you can't visit it. It's almost like, you know, Bajor's there, but who the hell wants to go to Bajor? I mean, give us something more, you know, some other stuff from the universe. They have the Cardassian struggle, which is like a few episodes, and that just hardly anything about Cardassians in it. You know. They focus on the big guys.
Leodis_Abnoba says, cause betas they are all naked.
Betas, yeah. Only certain celebrations or something like that. I think what would be cool if they expanded the universe on here, like the space would actually increase its size, like a 1-to-1 ratio with your ship, so it would really take you that long to travel, even at transwarp. Because they've
Leodis_Abnoba says, they have Andoria. But they never did anything with it.
I know, like...
Cheese says, have you heard of Elite Dangerous?
Elite Dangerous? No, I have not. What is that? Yeah, Andoria is like, you just go there for like, with the Omega particles now. You don't really do anything there. What's the point of it? Andoria, Legomania. Elite Dangerous.
Leotis_Abnoba says, the old way to travel was like that. No free transwarp. Had to fly everywhere.
But yeah, that it would make it more like, because we kind of get there even without transwarp. It's like you get to one point to the other too fast. You know. And then you go to the Sol system, and your ship is as big as like Jupiter or whatever, or not Jupiter, but you know, you get the idea. It's not scaled like a 1-to-1 type ratio thing, and I think if it were, it would spread everything out even more.
Murdoch says, Soul System, the famous new rock song.
Soul System. It's so easy. Or hell, let us go to other planets. Let us go to Mars colony thing or whatever, you know, because they do have a map, sort of that, the plantation thing, and whatever it's called, Mars something where they build stuff and they had Android, whatever mission that was. It was like a TFO one time or something, where you go around and like beam up all these people before they gets attacked and explode.
Leotis_Abnoba says, there was a bad patch, where all the planets were more to scale. It was awesome. They patched it out.
Oh, that sucks. Why'd they have to patch it out? That would have been great. I think it would be great. I mean, I don't know how big space is on here. I mean, I've gone outside of it.
Leotis_Abnoba says, stars in sector space were huge.
Hell yeah. Like they're supposed to be. That would have been pretty awesome. I don't know that the quadrant, like...
Oh, Cheese says, check out Elite Dangerous if scale is what you want. It's a huge space sim.
Oh, it's a different game. Okay, it's not like a thing in here. I gotcha. It's just little tweaks I wish they'd have to the game is all.
Leotis_Abnoba says, Elite Dangerous is a game like Eve but single player.
What's that one game that you want me to play, Murdoch's? It's the still in development game, but it's got like all this stuff to do in there, and my computer can't run it. What was that called?
Oh, Cheese says, it's multiplayer.
Multiplayer. To be fair. I need some discovery marks.
Leotis_Abnoba says, I mean it's not a mer page.
Ah. So is it not like online-y much kind of thing? I need to get this up to level 5 so I can get the where's it at? Lorca, damn it, Lorca. Yeah, custom Firecat. So we are gonna do this again. Like they say though. When they're gonna start calling Vulcan on here Invar or whatever?
Leotis_Abnoba says, tomorrow Arcane better be here more.
Yeah, he probably got like a busy day. He said he had to get up in the early in the morning. So. Or is it Navarre? What is it called? They renamed Vulcan.
Arcanoloth.
I choose you!
It pops out of a Pokeball. The situation is grim. Brothers Grimm. Available to own on DVD.
Leodis_Abnoba says, do an animation of a lockbox opening.
Like popping up on the screen? The Star Trek lockbox?
Leodis_Abnoba says, yeah.
Do we... I can't remember, like, what do they actually show an animation of it, or they just show the flash of a box? Because I can make one in 3D. It would just take a while because I wouldn't be able to constantly work on it.
Leodis_Abnoba says, it's a box that opens, I believe.
Like, do we see the animation of it opening? I can't remember. It's been so long since I opened a lockbox. Like, I think it's like A and B kind of animation where it's open, like closed, open. A big old cargo piece of shit. That's what it is right there.
Leodis_Abnoba says, yeah, A B.
Not like a flow to B, where it's actually showing you open, like it opening, like you know. My right shield's failing. The Borg and their little cheater box of shit. Now we're gonna destroy that damn ship, damn it. I told you we were gonna destroy that ship, son. I told your ass, mister. Boom.
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand us. Lower your shields.
Lower your ass.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I like the looks of that ship.
Which one? The one I'm flying, the Alliance battle, what's it called? It is Ushanka's
Leodis_Abnoba says, Kitamer. Leodis_Abnoba
big ass
says,
ship.
yeah.
Flip it upside down, you got a pretty cool thing there, bud. Hello there, buddy. Oh no, it's not. We're not gonna let it repair shit. Something's getting repaired, that's for damn sure. You will be an assimilated. It's gonna be an assimilated. Fire.
Lewis! 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 Mom! 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 Mommy! 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 Mama! 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 Ma! 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 Mom! 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 Mom!
Oh, Cheese says,
Mommy!
what?
Mommy! Mama! Mama! Mama!
What?
Leodis_Abnoba says, LOL.
I love it. Should that be a video clip as well, or is the audio just as fine for that?
Leodis_Abnoba says, audio is fine.
Man, I love when things go kablooey. Rear. Right shield and rear are failing. Your rear is sagging, sir. Fire. Mister. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Captain to Enterprise, before I put you on the bridge, there's something I owe you.
Captain Jim, what the hell's the matter with you?
Consider that an order.
Did you enjoy it, Captain?
Leodis_Abnoba says, oops.
Look excited, did you? I'm trying to destroy it. I'm aiming right at it. Okay.
Totally incorporeal. Not life as we know it all.
Man, I wish I could focus all of my fire from my weapons like directly onto the one thing that I'm shooting at instead of it like targeting all these random things.
Target that explosion and fire.
Fire. Fire. Target that explosion and fire. Sulu. He just rolls with it. Oh, hello. I like Mike Nelson's Sulu impersonation. There was an episode of MST3K, I think, where he does it a whole lot. It may be like riff tracks more. Prepare for my assimilation. Let's watch Potato Quality. I do believe we're gonna get destroyed.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I will have to find that.
We'll have to find it. We'll find it or else you won't find it. Yeah, animation problem. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Chill out. What you yelling for?
Oh my.
Alright, let's bring out the little guns. Sure is taking a lot longer to defeat this thing. To our ode. The Borg have a stuffed up nose. We'll add it to our ode. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Da 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 da.
Leodis_Abnoba says, oh my god, I have one I am keeping at bay with DG nasal spray.
Right. My sinuses have started to activate. Had an associate that was having some sinusy troubles and stuff like that, and I guess I've gotten it. Some dadgum. DG, dadgummit. Dollar General, my favorite swear word. At least that's what I say. I digress, mister. I digress. Commander Arnold, you don't do shit.
Says, it's either them or Boomgars in my town to shop.
We came back without our ground crew. That's just about what happens every once in a while. So we're gonna type in Phil Pet. Is it Pet Team List? I think. Yeah. Hey, we got Achu and Kagan. Achu. He's Second Officer Achu and Kagan. Achu.
Leodis_Abnoba says, what did you type?
Phil Pet Team List. It brings back your team if they disappear on you, or a part of your team. It's one of the console commands of the game. Like, say for instance, for like right now, when I was up there, or
Leodis_Abnoba says,
I'll be. Holy shit. Why, land sakes alive. Boy. But say, for instance, you were previously on Nimbus with all 5 of your bridge officers or something like that you have, and you do a TFO. Well, then you come back down, well, everybody's gone.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I only use /render scale.
Oh man, there are so many commands in this game. It's unreal. If you get stuck somewhere, type /stuck. If you're like physically like walking around with your people, it'll try to warp you like about like an inch or so to the, well, not okay, maybe like a foot to a yard away from where you're standing. There's a whole list of commands that you can look at. They're interesting.
Congratulations, General.
You've got the walk command, run command too, where you can make your person walk instead of run everywhere, or make them run everywhere when you press forward instead of like having to wait, you know, or having to press shift or something like that, or the run button. So I'm wondering, like, maybe what if the console games actually have that too? Because they have a chat box. And can they type that in and it work? Because it's just like a port onto there from here. Wouldn't that be interesting to find out? Let's watch. The whole crazy gang. Alright, withdraw that.
Leidus_Abnoboss says, good question.
Yeah, because I've looked at it like when Judas Descartes, if you haven't like watched his stuff, he's entertaining to watch. I'll even give him a shout out. Let's do that. Let's do this. SO.
Streamlabs says, check out Jodasdcot over at https://twitch.tv/Jodasdcot. They were last seen streaming Apex Legends. Murdoch says, Scorp, the 10th anniversary legendary bundle is on sale right now?
Yes, yes it is.
Leidus_Abnoboss says, probably not. I see them complain about things they don't have.
But he plays on the console, and it's allowed me to see the differences in the game and stuff like that. I've even
Murdoch
thought like,
says, are you gonna get it?
I'm not spending any money to get it. I've got 8,124 Zen. It's 19.
Leidus_Abnoboss says, lame.
Yeah, I'm not. The future, I'm not gonna like spend money. I do have $50 in my Steam wallet as a gift for like a card for Christmas or whatever, that I was thinking about buying 5,000, but that's still not going to be close enough. So I'm just going to have to wait it out again. I'm not going to throw money at it.
Leidus_Abnoboss says, there you go. Zenny right there.
Yeah, it's not that cheap though. It's on sale. And the Emancipator outfit too. I've got that because of that damn thing. It should not even have like a thing to buy it if I have access to it myself. Yeah, 10th anniversary, 19,500 right there. 19,500.
Alpha Strike 01 says, aloha, wow, haven't played this in years and years.
Hello. Alpha Strike 01. Aloha. So you're in Hawaii? Cool. Aloha. Okay, let's go over to Archer.
Murdoch says, yeah, I was just thinking how stupid that is. They shouldn't be showing it as a buy option if you already bought. They trying to screw people.
Yeah, they're trying to make you pay for it again. It's like the Terran gorilla armor, Lorca's armor or whatever. I have that too, and it still shows that I can purchase it with Zen. Double buying. They try to get you into that. I'm not falling for it. Like, oh boy, click here. Oh, I'll do that. Thank you. Ooh. Come on, Archer. Malcolm, read.
Alpha Strike 01 says, if I start a new character, will it be been there done that, or is there new content for leveling? Leidus_Abnoboss says, the Lobi Terran armor looks color.
How long ago has it been since you've played the game? I mean, they've added a bunch of content over the past, like, years that I've played. I mean, which has not been that much longer than a lot of people. I mean,
Alpha Strike 01 says,
4 or 5 years?
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, there's been more content added. ships and stuff, gear, that sort of thing. Story missions. Changes to a few little things here or there.
Leotis_Abnoboss says, new Clink. New Gamma. New Disco.
Yeah. If you come back right now, and if you do not have a Klingon recruit, you can get a Klingon recruit, and you know it's the same as if it's been 4 or 5 years. They had a temporal recruit back then, which is my main character now, to where you get bonus rewards and stuff for having them and doing certain missions and stuff that you can then share with the other characters you have on your account. Spin along, because okay, Archer for instance, he's one, but I think his transponder, since I filled it up, is
Alpha Strike 01 says, Stowe is getting pretty crusty. Any word of a new STMO? It's way overdue.
well, it Perfect World / Cryptic and all of them were recently purchased by Gearbox, so there's been talks of potential like changes maybe happening, not soon or anything, but more speculation than anything, rumors and whatnot. Nothing official. There's a lighting overhaul that the game has been through. Lighting 2.0 that causes some problems. They're talking about like updating the graphics of it.
Says, yeah, possible overhaul. No Numo talked about yet.
Yeah, like graphics and stuff. They were thinking about updating those. And I just wanted to fix some damn little parts of the shit in the game. I mean, damn fuck.
Alpha Strike 01 says, that's a pure shame. Such an awesome franchise with no love.
Well, they claim that they don't give like the creators of it like a lot of money. You know, they only got like so many that do this, so many that do that. And something about like, you know, COVID slowing them down because they didn't have access to like working on the game over the internet or anything like that. But now they do. And if you remember the Dilithium to Zen exchange, well, that's kind of fucked at the moment too, where it's maxed out at 500 Dilithium equals 1 Zen. So it's kind of broken to where it won't go any higher than that, so it doesn't display anymore if you go to the Dilithium thing. See, it's just dead. You have to wait in a queue line.
Leotis_Abnoboss says, and being tied into Picard. Ships made in Stowe on screen.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Might see more love now.
Yeah, ships from that have been created for this game were in the first episode of the second season of Picard. Even though they probably just in the background, you know, not close up or anything. Like warp in and maybe a little hull shot, and that's about it. Come here, you invisible mother. Mother of God. Mother of God, mister.
Alpha Strike 01 says, Picard, Discovery makes me throw up a bit in my mouth. I'd like to avoid anything to do with that LUL.
Yeah. Yeah, Discovery, even though it was Star Trek, if it wasn't branded Star Trek, I might be okay with it, you know? But there's just something about the way it started just did not sit right with me. I watch it, you know, to keep up with it, but I'm not a super fan of it.
Alpha Strike 01 says, agree.
I mean, it didn't work in the past. So like, let's throw this whole franchise into 900 years in the future. Let's see what happens. Maybe then it'll work.
Abnoboss says, Discovery opened the door to the new Trek coming out.
Yeah, I'm eager to see Strange New Worlds with Captain Pike, you know, and Spock and Number 1. That's going to be an interesting thing. I've watched half of a short trek of that. the Tribble one. But I don't know about like introducing Tribbles before McCoy was introduced to Tribbles, though. That's my problem there. Like they didn't know. It's almost like in TOS they didn't know Tribbles were a species until a certain episode of TOS. But then all of a sudden, in the Discovery era or whatever, before McCoy, they were introduced to Tribbles, and a guy that just works there or whatever in Starfleet decided to make it where they could be pregnant when they're born. I mean, it introduced Tribbles before Tribbles were supposed to be introduced, and that just pisses me off in a way. But that's just me. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to rewatch TOS to see line per line, like if I were that anal about it, to know that you know, if they said something like, "Oh yeah, we've known about Tribbles," and then they finally find out that they are born pregnant. I mean, McCoy had to figure that out. I mean, if the guy that was in that short trek, you know, documented all this stuff about a Tribble and said, "Yes, I did this," put it in there as a log file, they would have been able to bring it up on TOS, even though that was before then. But
Leodis_Abnoba says, I thought Tribbles were like space rats. They knew about them but wasn't mentioned until the episode.
Yeah, even the Klingons, right, had contact with the Tribbles before. Those same Tribbles that do the same thing, that are born pregnant, before they were ever introduced to the Discovery era. I mean, what this dude, like, genetically modify every single one of them? Or just one, and then as they died out, it became different? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make any damn sense, in my opinion. Leave my Tribbles alone and let me shoot and do this target optics thing, you dumbass. Okay, there we go. Huh! There we go. Let me shoot. Let me shoot. Let me shoot. There you go. My phase pistol. Let me shoot you with my phase pistol. Here, I'll give it to you.
Says, speaking of anus, they should make an episode where Dr. Hugh Culber is pounding Paul Stamets up the Angus and they create an alien that explodes out of both of them, killing them. Leodis_Abnoba says, SHHH Scorpy. Just let it happen. Eat the pudding.
Eat the pudding? Eat the pudding! Bill Cosby let everybody eat his pudding. They didn't know it all the time. We'll go get it. Shabazm, lasm, blism. He likes to put his pudding in the pudding pop. Innuendo, Bill Cosby.
Congratulations, Admiral.
I mean, you know, like, this season of Discovery, right? Like,
Leodis
what are they going to do next?
Says, eat the pudding. Get tired. Now show the Tribble story.
It's no longer gerbil related, it's Tribble related. You know, where are they going to go from here on the next season of Star Trek Discovery, right? I mean, this DMA thing that's way above everybody. It's only outside the galaxy.
Says, on that note, I'm gonna watch a show before I crash. Got to wake up early.
Ooh.
Good night.
Good night, dude.
Leodis
Thanks for stopping in.
Says, there. Alpha Strike 01 says, Star Trek was stories of the best of us, dealing with the future, not shallow, bigoted, deeply flawed and stupid people bashing their way through senseless stories. I gave up on watching new ones. Leodis_Abnoba says, they go there from here. Leodis_Abnoba says, toodles buddy.
Yeah, the Star Trek had like some generalized ideas behind a lot of you know, a lot of what was going on and stuff, and it made pretty good off of it too, you know, like but something about Discovery just, so it's like an ass chapter type situation, you know. It doesn't seem right. I mean, what like, here you go, like a thing that's gonna like completely destroy. You're going outside the galaxy to like confront these aliens that made it, past the galactic barrier, who your admiral of Starfleet thinks that no one's ever done before, even though Kirk did it, TNG Enterprise did it. I mean, but anyway, not knowing your own history in Starfleet, I guess, is the way to know things. You got to forget it, because he was like, no one's ever been to blah 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 or past it. Yeah, they have. What the fuck? But I mean, what's next? You know, what crisis is it going to be for next season? You know, can they just have a regular like, you know, where they like visit planets and meet people and have problems or whatever?
Leatus _ Abnoboss says, SHHHH Scorpy. Eat the pudding.
Just eat the pudding and
just
let
it happen.
Just let it happen, man. Just let it happen. Eat the pudding. That's right. That's right. That's right. No. Just eat the pudding. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Let's see. Archer. I was already myself earlier, so I'll do myself again.
Alpha Strike 01 says, you're exactly right. Should have made a new space series and not warp or crap on canon. Could have been a fun series that way.
Yeah, you know, like the Orville in a way. You know, that's great, or was great, or is great, or continues to somewhat be great. I mean, if it comes when it's coming back, I don't know when it's coming back. There we go. We got a glitch there. Good deal. Okay. I've already done my endeavors because I did them as my Gary the Klingon. This past morning after.
Leatus _ Abnoboss says, to me Discovery is trying too hard to teach.
Yeah. It's too much. It's like even their transporter technology is too advanced now.
Alpha Strike 01 says, yep, it was sorta stupid but Orville was also fun. I look forward to the next season. Smiley face.
I especially like the episode where they, what is it, Isaac, the robot? They put the Mr. Potato Head glasses on him or something, so he's like...
Leatus _ Abnoboss says, you remembered Scorpy. You remembered your endeavors on Gary.
Yes. This past morning, because I was doing the Starbase 1 thing that you can do, you know, the private, what is it? Where is it? Where? Damn it, I can't find it. Something with the Defense of Starbase 1 on that difficulty level by yourself thing you can do, you know? And I thought, oh, my endeavors have reset. Let me log into my Gary.
Leatus _ Abnoboss says, for gear and honor.
For gear and honor. What honor? You have no honor. Shut up about my honor.
Alpha Strike 01 says, the lessons Discovery is trying to teach us. I don't want to learn. Laughing face.
But, you know, did they give the transporter room to like Strange New Worlds now, or did they still have it on the ship? I mean, if it's redundant to have the transporter where you can just tap your badge and transport any damn where you feel like it, you know. Like when they were having that meeting before going after the DMA people or whatever like that, they were all inside like the space Starfleet thing or whatever. And dude like says, well, let me go up there and talk to them. So he like presses it and just jumps a level up, you know. I'm thinking, really? Let's give Ferengi pointed ears. Was like a
Leatus _ Abnoboss says, Strange New Worlds should be set like old Trek.
Yeah, it's supposed to be episodic, like original Star Trek used to be. Like original series and TNG were episodic type things. I think Voyager had an overall arc, but still they had little mini things in between. Unlike Discovery, where it's the same story, like you can condense it all to like a movie length, and that could be the whole series. Like little, just Star Trek Discovery, the like first movie, second movie, third. You know, instead of seasons, just have a movie. Condense it. Get rid of all the annoying dialogue. Stop staying on the ship
Alpha
so damn
Strike
much.
01 says, gave up on Discovery in season 2. I felt dirty. No idea what happened in later episodes.
I forget what happened after. Okay. First season was the bald Klingons, right? Or those Klingons. Second was, did that deal with Klingons too? I forget. Which one was Control? Was that season 3? What season are we on now? 4? Okay.
Leotis_Abnoboss says, 2 was Terran's?
2 may have been Terrans. Lorca Terran, right? Or was that still first one? They went to the Terran universe in 1 season. Then they had Control, which was like a Borg type thing happen for 1 season.
Leotis_Abnoboss says, or Control was 3 then Terran's 2.
I don't even know what season we're in right now, to tell you the truth. Because I still watch it, even though I'm not like a fan of it. I just to keep up with the information about it is all. Let's see. Let me look it up. We are still in. Okay, so we're in season 4 right now. That's the season. So the previous season was season 3 was the Dilithium burn.
Leotis_Abnoboss says, Clinks, Terrans, Control to Future.
Yeah, so season 3 was the Dilithium burn problem. So season 2 had to be in Control. That means that Klingons/Terrans was season 1. Okay, I can't really remember much about it because they were going to the future at the end of one of the seasons, and Burnham led the way in her special suit that they could only fabricate one time with. Since they have programmable matter now, they could probably do that and jump all over the damn place. But you know, they need to kill that story before it gets too far advanced. That's what's going on there.
Leotis_Abnoboss says, 2 to 3 must have been Control.
It was something. You're gonna make me have to look it up. Let's see. Season 1. Set in a decade before the events of Star Trek original series. So it's a decade. So they have.
Leotis_Abnoboss says, was Terrans a mid-season arch?
It could have been a thing like that because I know it was primarily like Klingons. And what's her name? Like merged a Klingon with the what's his name, the human, and he went to Section 31 or something. I don't know. I can't remember. It's that bad of a show that I forget what's going on or when it happened. And so far, Saru is like about to.
Leotis_Abnoboss says, yet.
Season 1 story arc. First season, okay, Soul Runner, blah 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 blah. Let's see. Looking on Wiki. Decades before, yep, okay, yep, started, okay, whatever. Now it said, yeah, season debuted whenever, yeah, okay. Production, development, writing, casting, design, filming, visual, music,
Leotis_Abnoboss says, now random bridge members leaving. I did like Tilly.
Yeah, was there something about she was supposed to start her own Star Trek spinoff of like Starfleet Academy or something that I remember hearing about? I'm not too sure. I forget. Let me go over to Gary the Klingon and get him going. Gary the Klingon on an all-new episode of Star Trek Online. That zany cast of characters returns. His default Klingon face. I never really cared much for making him anything other than that. Default Klingon.
Leotis_Abnoboss says, it will be all females on Discovery Bridge.
It could, maybe, who knows?
Leotis_Abnoboss says, just you wear.
Just you wire and see.
Leotis_Abnoboss says, wait.
Just you wire and see. Let's get all these going. I'm going to try to get these up to level 5 as much as I can right now. Another one of those things where it's not going to go right now. Right meow? Is it right, meow?
FBI, open up!
Okay, that did startle me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It had me like, the chill thing happened.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, LOL.
Yeah, like a little bit of a flinch and chill thing. Other than that, nah, it ain't gonna happen again. Too much cowbell.
You tiny little life forms. You precious little life forms. Where are you?
Data had too much fun. Brent Spiner's supposed to be in Picard season 2 as well. I remember I seen like a trailer where he and Q are at a table
Leodis_Abnoboss
together.
says, I like Spiner.
Yeah.
Get off the damn shed!
I always liked the Data stuff in Star Trek Next Generation. It was great. Anything to do with Data, it was like an awesome episode to me. Like Data and Geordi. And like the episode where Data started dreaming and he kept dreaming about that one thing and it just kept going on and on and on, and certain episodes like,
Leodis_Abnoboss says, questions on AI vs humanity done right.
yeah. It's positronic brain. And all kinds of shit always happened to Data too. Like the episode where what are they? They starts with a D. They're on Drazona, you know, on here. They popping out all the time. There was the Halloween thing had them in it. The what the hell you call them? Shit. I can't remember species names sometimes. But they're the things that exist outside of regular time or something that suck brain juice out of people. The old San Francisco Data episode where they found Data's head. And they're like wondering how the heck to get back there in the past or something and be archaeological dig or whatever they did to find it. You know, and then they reattach it and it's like it works perfectly fine or whatever. Thinking, shit.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, degenerates.
No.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, Davidians.
Yes, Davidians, that's right. But all sorts of shit has happened at Data. I mean, dude died to save his captain, right? You know. And then he was salvaged in Picard season 1, and you don't know anything about it until you find out that Data has a daughter, sort of. But she does the head twitch or thing tilt like he does. And what was it? Riker's kind of aware of it because he notices it. Riker. William Weichel. Hello, William. How are you? He makes pizza in his own little oven outside these days.
Oh my.
Yes.
Oh my.
A bit spontaneous. And is Q going to pick up on the fact that Picard is not Picard? You know? Is he going to like mention it in the next episode? Because they're going to have the discussion at the beginning of that episode. Their whole like revelation of what's going to happen and what's going on and why Q pulled him from the timeline. Or
Leodis_Abnoboss says, Q might make him human.
He could do it. He could do it. They need to have more about the Q.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, to judge him correctly.
Yeah, because Q's judging humans, right? Yeah, and Picard's not a human anymore, then what the hell? He could revert Picard back to a younger form, but then the CGI would cost a lot of damn money. I did like the fact that, I better play catch-up then, and he just snaps his fingers. They did that as fast as they possibly could to save money. But yeah, they're going to have the talk, and The card's going to be like, what's going on? What are you doing, Q kind of situation.
Leodis_Abnoba says, it would be like judging humans based on data.
Yeah. Have you ever listened to or read the Q books? They're pretty interesting. John Delancey or whatever, he like, if you listen to the audiobooks, he does the, he reads the book, and every time he does a Q thing, it's like you can hear Q in him. But he's always poking fun at Data, like being an Android robot.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I only read some Riker books.
The Q ones though, Q mentions the O that that the Q have been at war with or whatever, that exists on the outside the galaxy. So apparently the Q continuum only exists in the Milky Way galaxy, according to that. And the O are from a different one or whatever, and they fight against the Q. So the Q are there to keep the playing field level, and so they don't take over or something. If I'm reading into that correctly, it's like they're not in our galaxy, but the Q continuum are just in the Milky Way galaxy.
Alpha Strike 01 says, went to my grandma's last month. She was watching DS9. I asked about Discovery. She just tuck out her tongue.
Yeah, I mean, they I guess they thought that if they could throw the
Leodis_Abnoba says, LOL.
If they could throw the franchise into the future 900 years, it wouldn't interfere with anything else. $96. Submit offer to buy. And leave it at that. Let's see. 3 hours, 15 minutes until I can do that. So I might get back online and do the endeavors for Gary the Klingon. Gary the Klingon. See, he has only 28,350 of
Alpha
100.
Strike 01 says, don't even ask her what she thinks about Doctor Who now LUL.
Oh my gosh, yes. Doctor Who now. It's a train wreck.
Leodis_Abnoba says, except throwaway lines could hurt Picard.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never harm me. Dr. Smith, Dr. Smythe, Dr. Smith. Dr. Smythe, Dr. Smith. Let's get competitive. We'll get competitive. Okay. Ooh, me likey. I need to do something with all that shit right there. That yachts. I need to do something with all that yachts.
Leodis_Abnoba says, Dr. Who is a sad story of how bad writing can hurt a good show.
Hell yeah. Well, Russell T. Davies is going to be taken back over as a showrunner.
Alpha Strike 01 says, Stow almost installed. Time for some nostalgia. One more time. Leodis_Abnoba says, bring back Russell T. Davies.
Well, yeah, he's scheduled to be the new showrunner after Chibnall. Dude, I'm saying Chinball just like the other dude, like Neurotic. After his run is over, which is like one more little series of that, I think is what it is.
Leodis_Abnoba says, OMG, thank God.
Yeah. But he, because...
Leodis_Abnoba says, chin balls?
Yeah, it's Chibnall is his name.
Oh my.
But Nerdrotic calls him chin balls. Nerderotic.com. But, yeah. Because, he had a certain vision for Doctor Who, and it was kind of cut short. Even Torchwood was cut short because his partner had died. And that, traumatized him a lot.
FBI, open up!
It did not get me there. Maybe one time every once in a while, yes, but not all the time. But his partner had passed away, so that threw him into like a funk, It threw him into a funk, so he kind of just stopped with everything. It's almost like with Zack Snyder whenever his daughter died when he was making Justice League. He couldn't do it. He just had to just stop, you know. But now, since years have gone by,
Leodis_Abnoba says, "Is they White Torchwood died?"
it was around that time is whenever his partner had passed away. So he just kind of just But he stopped Torchwood. They didn't cancel it. It just stopped. So technically it could come back.
Leodis_Abnoba says, "I love Torchwood."
Yeah, Torchwood is an acronym or whatever for Doctor Who. It's got the same letters and stuff
Alpha
in it.
Strike 01 says, "I actually looked forward to a girl playing Drive Who, but not that androgynous twit. Ugh, and such boring stories."
Yeah, you know, I was all gung ho for a female doctor, thinking, well, this would be interesting, you know. But the stories just, you know, it killed it. And with the Doctor not being a Time Lord, but being from another galaxy or another universe and able to regenerate no matter how many times you want to, and then the Time Lords taking that regeneration ability not away, but from the Doctor and giving it to themselves.
Leodis_Abnoba says, "I think she is a good actor. But the writing is so bad."
Yeah.
No pardon.
The stories,
Just bad.
the stories were not the best for that version of the Doctor. I mean, you can, if you're an actor, you can only work with what you're written with, you know. So you can try your best to add to it. To
Alpha Strike
whatever.
01 says, "Good actor in a bad series. Pity."
Yeah. So we can't really judge Jodie Whittaker all on, like, you know, just her performance. She's whatever she's given is what she's got to work with, and it just so happens that she wasn't given much to work with. But there could have been some changes in a lot of it, you know. But I think he only has like one more little series of it, which they call it series, not seasons. And yeah, then it's over.
Leodis_Abnoba says, "Bring back Eccleston and Rose and Rebot."
I don't even think that he would probably come back though. Eccleston. I know, isn't he supposed to be like doing some audio books of Doctor Who? Like audio episodes? Or was going to, but that ain't gonna happen now. Damn it, I gotta get rid of some shit here. Damn it to hell in a handbasket.
Leodis_Abnoba says, "No, he said one season and no more."
Now that was way back when. Hell, Matt Smith could come back as the Doctor. David Tennant would be awesome coming back.
Leodis_Abnoba says, "OMG yes."
Bring back Tom Baker.
Leodis_Abnoba says, "Loved Matt Smith."
Yeah, he was like one of a long-lasting Doctor, you know, years-wise. Versus Tom Baker, I think, was the longest-lasting one to play Doctor Who over all the episodes. If you ever watched some of those old ones. Tom Baker. He had that long scarf that he wore.
Leodis_Abnoba says, "Baker and Smith top doctors."
Yeah. So, it kind of makes me think that, you know, getting back to the whole, like, the timeless child type situation.
Leodis_Abnoba says, "Watched Dr. Who on IPT Friday nights growing up."
Yeah. If the Doctor or the person before that were the Doctor was able to regenerate infinite amount.
Says, "Engage. What faction would avoid the new Discovery crap the best? KDF?"
Well, right.
Leodis_Abnoba says, "KDF."
Right now.
Alpha Strike 01 says, "New tune on a new account."
Right now there is the Klingon recruit account that you can make, to where I think it's still running. I hope so. where you can make a Klingon and it will have a list of tasks like in this thing here that I have on the screen, which would be different for that Klingon, but you get rewards and stuff.
Says, KDF get the bonuses, free ship and things.
Yeah, because I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago they would have had the temporal recruit event, which I have got one
Alpha
of each
Strike
one.
01 says, I see that.
Yeah.
Away I go.
But they have the temporal recruit, which is the TOS recruit, which I have as my main. The Delta recruit, the Gamma recruit, and Klingon recruit. And those are just sporadically, used to be like once so often, now they're going to, I guess, do them once a year or something. But that's like a good way to start if you want to start with Klingon.
_Abnoba says, Delta recruit would be more likely if late played Delta Rising.
Delta Rising. Ooh, I did it. I cleared enough to do that. I gotta do something with all these damn people in my inventory. Yay, continue with no exit.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Congratulations, Admiral. His name's Merle, Admiral. She still does not have a damn fleet. Oh, man. Can't, well, if you had an account before, your stuff should still be in the game if you log back in.
_Abnoba says, dismiss for recruitment commendation.
Yeah, I don't really. I go and do the store thing once I get so far up there. Like the commendations thing here. Once I max these out, or if I never do for recruitment because it's a pain in the ass to do.
Alpha Strike 01 says, I made a new account, didn't want to deal with inventories full of stuff I forgot what they were for.
But did you ever spend any money in the game before on the old account? Or maybe subscribe to being like a lifetime player or whatever? Because then you would lose, you know, all that. Or if anything...
Alpha Strike 01 says, at one time I spent a few bucks.
If anything, depending on the factions you were on different characters, log into your old account and you can just give your new guy stuff.
Leodis_Abnoba says, you might want the Zen or DIL make a new character on old account. Alpha Strike 01 says, I can spend more cash if I feel like it's worth it.
Yeah. But things that are really rare that you could probably share with a new account would get you going a lot quicker. But starting brand new, sometimes it's like worth it. Like, continue that. Okay. Yay! Diplomatic rank increase. Diplomatic. Marauding? That's probably, that should be, okay, yeah.
Alpha Strike 01 says, yep, I like the grind.
The grind. I think Temporal is still, or Klingon Recruit is still going.
Leodis_Abnoba says, old account unlocks. I have so many I wouldn't want to give them up.
Alright, let's go to Kolchak, the Night Stalker. Kolchak. I don't have as many characters. Who was it that said you can have like 65 or something like characters per one account on this game? Was it Arcanoloth? Did you just imagine? Klingon.
Leodis_Abnoba says, except the Risian Corvette, screw that ship. Arcanoloth.
I choose you!
Is it too fast when it says his name? Or should it be slower? I was wanting to make it more higher pitched, like to sound more like the, Pokemon one part of it, but... I choose you! Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, if you played before, sure, there's going to be a few little changes.
Leodis_Abnoba says, little slower. Name higher pitch.
Yeah, okay. I'll put that in mind. Because I'm using this text-to-speech as the one that says the name of duh. But
Alpha Strike 01 says, graphics look good, but I've had 4 new computers since I last played this. Laughing face.
yeah, it's...
Leodis_Abnoba says, yes, I am your boss. Do as I say. Smiley face.
Do as I say, not as I do, Griffin. Oh, you run out of, like, marks or something? Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. The scared. The scared. The scared. The scared. The scared. The scared. Human. Okay. Use that up. Get rid of that. Look at all that money just sitting in here. All this money sitting in here. I've got people out there that need the money. But I'm stuck in here. In my ship.
Leodis_Abnoba says, type /renderkale2 if your computer can handle it alpha. Makes it a little better, but it sucks up memory.
Yeah, my computer, dude, I accidentally typed 100 one time and it killed it. I had to, luckily for me, like, whenever I shut down the game the hard way, started it back up.
Leodis_Abnoba says, render scale.
Yeah, render scale, yeah, it can really, it can fuck you. You know what I mean? It can mess you up if you do it wrong. I just leave it at default 1. Like, I'm okay with the way it looks. I didn't really see much of a difference, though.
Leodis_Abnoba says, it resists to 1 each time you load.
Resets.
Leodis_Abnoba says, resets.
I couldn't really see much of a difference in it. Colon conscription, Opa. Oh, damn it. Okay, completed. I know that it messed up Victoria Thalen's stuff whenever she had said it.
Says, the ship models and textures.
It just stretches them out or uses a higher quality version. Everything looks okay. It just
Leodis_Abnoba says, is where you see it most.
Okay. Gorn conscription authorized when received. Gorn soldiers and colonial ship to make it for honorable pressing of many heroes. Start that shit up. There we go. Reassign. No, we do not. Go back. Okay, we got a Gorn. Nausicaan. Nausicaan mercenary contract. I like how the Klingons can just draft up a civilian.
Leodis_Abnoba says, they added it more for screenshots. But you can pay on it if you're X. Leodis_Abnoba says, can handle.
Yeah. No, it screwed up Victoria Thalen's
Alpha Strike
stuff.
01 says, character creation. Can I make it stand still?
What I would do, or what I usually do for my character creation, is just make a basic person at first. And then once you get into the game and go to a tailor, you have the option to make them stand still or whatever like that. The one to like begin a character doesn't have as many options as the tailor does. I've noticed that.
Alpha Strike 01 says, good call.
Yeah. Because I had that problem too whenever I first started playing the game. I mean, I tried to make a character, but they kept shifting around and moving. I'm like, son of a bitch. I said, forget this, and then I found the tailor later on, and you know, after the tutorial type situation. That's kind of why my Gary the Klingon.
Abnoba says, Taylor gives Meyer options, and Taylor is free for most changes.
Yes. 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 Taylor. Here is the Taylor here. Orson. Orson Welles. Orson. It's an O instead of an E. A zero, not a zero, but an O, an OP.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, Pinky. Maurice LaMarche, you know, that's how he came up with the brain voice for Pinky and the Brain. Was from sampling Orson Welles' Peas thing that he did. Every July. Peas grow there. That's a funny story that he tells about that too. Every day before he'd start recording for Pinky and the Brain on Animaniacs, he would recite that whole thing about Orson Welles and the pea commercial, so he can get into the voice, you know, more into that. I've been thinking about making a random sound the clip on here of "Are you pondering what I'm pondering?" Like just by typing "pondering," and that way it would play a random "Are you pondering what I'm pondering, Pinky?" and then Pinky say something.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I did not know that.
Yeah, Maurice LaMarche was the voice of, and it still is the voice of Pinky, or of the Brain on Pinky and the Brain for Animaniacs and a lot of other, you know, characters throughout animation history and stuff. And Orson Welles, way back in the day, when he would do like radio spots, he did this one about peas or whatever, and he gets real upset during the filming of it, like the audio recording of it. And since whenever Maurice LaMarche saw the drawing of the brain, he thought it looked like Orson Welles, so he thought, well, I need to find an Orson Welles voice, you know, to use for that, because he thought that's what they wanted. And he had a cassette tape of the peas commercial spot that Orson Welles had done, that was the behind the scenes type thing where he gets mad and everything or whatever. So he would listen to that tape over and over and over, memorizing it. So when he went into the studio to show them the voice he was wanting to use for it, they loved it so much they said, yes, use that voice. But the character, like the physicality of the brain, was based off of one of the animators that worked at a different department or whatever like that in the show, or somebody else like behind the scenes. And but it looks like an Orson Welles type look, so they thought, okay, let's use this. It's a cool story. Like if you ever watch some of the con convention stuff or whatever. And what is that the tune thing, which is really interesting too. The Twisted Tunes. If you ever look that up on YouTube, it's where the voice actors of all these cartoon characters read lines from actual movies that have bad dialogue, like, you know, cursing and all that kind of stuff, swearing, and they recite it in that character voice.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I will have to look into that. I have hours at work to
Yeah.
kill.
Let me just look up the link real quick for the peas thing. If you wanted look at that, it says Orson Orson Welles peas. Frozen peas. That's it. Well, I can't copy the link directly from that because it'll copy. It's like every July, peas grow there. You may, if you've watched Pinky and the Brain, you've heard the whole thing before in a way, because they did have a Pinky and the Brain skit where the brain
says, link in your comment section of YouTube, I will find it. Scorpwana says, https://www.youtube.com/watch v = v14 pfddwxle.
brain voice. Yeah, Maurice LaMarche and Rob Paulson. I'm trying to find
Leodis_Abnoboss says, Grumble. Okay, it will boot me from chat on phone to follow that link. BRB.
Okay. Frozen peas. Copy link. Every July, peas grow there. And I'll just post this too.
Scorpwana says, https://www.youtube.com/watch v = dnwfzm2fd4.
You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Baby. Baby.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, Paul Rudd and Jimmy Fallon doing that song. Gold.
Huh? Oh, song. It shouldn't be a song. But there's a link to Maurice LaMarche Orson Welles impersonation Frozen Peas, where he does the warm-up. Like, he would do the whole thing, and this is like a 4-minute thing.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, spin me right round.
Oh, okay.
Paul Rudd.
Gotcha. But yeah, it's like a 4-minute segment or whatever, or it takes like 4 minutes for him to say the whole dialogue. And he would say it like every day that they were about to film Pinky and the Brain to get into the brain mindset and the voice and stuff. And it's hilarious. Maurice LaMarche also with other with other comedians started the official Talk Like William Shatner Day on William Shatner's birthday every year. So that's a hilarious thing. In honor of William Shatner's 86th birthday and the 8th International Talk Like William Shatner Day. But yeah, Twisted Tunes is great. It'll make you laugh. They'll have a scene like a Raphael from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from back in the 90s will, be on there.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, oh, I bet the Shat loves it.
I don't even know if he probably knows about it for real, though. Dueling Shatners with voice actor Maurice LaMarche. William Shatner's 90th birthday. I mean, they're sitting there talking like him. Pinky and the Brain reunion. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Like what voice actors like do in between, like when they record and stuff. Yes, Pinky. Are you pondering what I'm pondering, Pinky? I think so, Brian, but I love all those. And they'll throw them into those Twisted Tune things as well. Standing there alone, a ship is waiting, all systems are go.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, no auto flushy. What did you break, Scorpy?
Auto flushy. Auto flushy. I didn't break nothing. I break nothing. But
Leodis_Abnoboss says, don't like what you see. Leodis_Abnoboss says, unfollow.
Oh, that, I don't know why that hadn't even popped up there. It's set for automatic and all that kind of stuff, so I don't know. I have no idea, mister. Yeah, Alpha Strike, this is that little thing, like whenever you
Alpha Strike 01 says, Shatner looks so good for his extreme age. Gonna be a sad day when he goes.
I know, right? But once you finish the tutorial session of your Klingon recruit, you'll be given this thing here, this encrypted Klingon receiver. And that will let you see all the stuff that you can get. Like, I wonder if that'll go away if I click on that. Okay, it'll say. Yeah. And it'll let you, like, get rewards for certain things. Like this, I still need to get this. Complete 1,000 melee kills to receive an upgrade for the weapons that I'm going to have.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, yet. When he gets added to the memorial in ESD, it will be a sad day.
Dude, I think Shatner's going to live a long damn time. I mean, he's
Alpha
active.
Strike 01 says, go it. Should I also buy some Steam package? Haven't looked yet.
I don't know of any Steam packages for Stowe.
Alpha Strike 01 says, asterisk got.
But, Fight for Glory. Is this that ambush thing? Nope. Complete 25 random queues. I haven't even done one, like maybe one story arc. I just can't get myself to get back into doing the story thing. I've done it for so many of these characters. Thirst for battle.
Alpha Strike 01 says, what would you suggest I buy?
Buy as in what exactly? Buy, I don't know what are we buying? Why are we buying? Now? This early? I'm confused.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, I don't think Steam has packages anymore. You can buy Zen with Steam Wallet.
Yeah, you can physically buy Zen, but I would wait off on doing that now.
Alpha Strike 01 says, dunno, to open up more options.
Well, if you're starting a brand new character, you still have to get him up to like level 65 anyway. And that's just by playing normally throughout the game. Before a lot of the stuff unlocks, you know.
Alpha Strike 01 says, gotcha.
Hunter's Instinct. This whole ambush kills thing, I don't know if I'm doing ambush correctly or not. Or not. Correctly or not. Niet.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, wait for a good sale on slots and services and packages.
Oh yeah. And coupons too that come out every once in a while. Code coupons. Like what is it? Sometimes Alienware will have like a certain code you can register for that'll unlock some things for
Leatus_Abnoboss says, come out of Cloak A&D.
Well, that's what I've been doing with that, and I don't know if it's working.
Target that explosion and fire.
Target that explosion and fire. Target that explosion and fire, mister. You've got to target that explosion. I don't want to see anyone here that's not attacking someone. MC Wolfcat, hello.
Leatus_Abnoboss says, Wolfie.
Hello. Are you going to be playing Star Trek Online this morning? MC Wolfcat.
MC Wolfcat 1 says, he hey hey.
Hey hey hey.
MC Wolfcat 1 says,
Nope. Nope. What was that other Star Trek game that you played a lot of back when I was like just didn't know you really, you played some livey actiony kind of Star Trek. Star Trek Online. Star Trek, mister. Star Trek. Star EAC. There's Drazona Station.
MC Wolfcat 1 says, Starfleet Academy.
That sounds just like Gary Busey to me. Yes, Starfleet Academy. Was it you that were telling me about there was a game that you could play the actual, like, Wrath of Khan battle or, like, actual movie, TV show battles and stuff? I can't remember who told me that. Or what game they mentioned. I forget. I'm so forgetful. If I didn't have a head on my shoulders, I'd probably forget about having a head on my shoulders. I tell you what. I tell you what. The Eye of Sauron watches you. Blink. Blink. It's an eye. It's a huge anus. It's an anus. It goes to Cal's anus 5. Here's the story of a
MC
man with an
Wolfcat1
anus.
says, not me. I would love that though.
This man with an anus.
Arcanoloth.
I choose you!
He was
MC
about 4
Wolfcat1
years
says,
old.
how's you at Laetus_Abnoba glitch cat?
He's 4 years old, and he had an anus the size of a football. And this was no normal anus either. It was an anus that he could be proud of, but it wasn't a good one. Hello, I'm Michael Caine, in this here
Laetus_Abnoba says, I am doing good.
the life and
Thank you
times
for
of
asking.
anus. Hello, everybody. Potato head.
Laetus_Abnoba says, you awakey?
Hands off, Snaky. Fire. Who's cocaine? My cocaine.
Oh my.
Alright. How long have I been going? 3 hours and 11 minutes. I'm kind of hitting that 3 hour mark every time now. I have nothing else to do.
MC Wolfcat1 says, LOL me groggy.
Wow.
Woke up 10 mims ago.
You woke up later than normal. You're usually like up about, well, depending, 2 hours earlier from now.
MC Wolfcat1 says, how's you doing at Scorpwana?
I'm doing pretty fine.
Laetus_Abnoba says, coffee. Coffee and more coffee.
Coffee. Coffee talk. There's coffee talk here. Hey. Coffee talk. I'm your host, Linda Richmond. Talks amongst yourselves. Coffee talk. Hey, over here, talking over here. Yeah. Hey.
MC Wolfcat1 says, yes indeed at Laetus_Abnoba.
This thing's got such a smiley face.
Laetus_Abnoba says, smiley face.
Smiley face. Smiling face. I like to smile at you. Go sit down.
FBI, open up!
Ha 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 ha. The more it happens, the less it's effective. That's like a once and a thingy something. I don't get triggered too much up like.
There's gonna be a meeting between your ass and the palm of my hand if you don't get off the shed!
Now get off the shed! Love it.
Laetus_Abnoba says,
I know, right?
more clips of red shirts.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some. They're gonna be numbered like just 1, 2, 3, whatever like that. Red shirts. I still think it would be funny to have a module in this game. Red shirts just kind of beaming down and dying. It'd be so damn funny. I don't know why. Just that would be hilarious to me. I have problems, mental problems.
Laetus_Abnoba says, I mentioned it somewhere.
Yeah, that would be so freaking hilarious. It could be like a little April Fool's present or something like that.
Laetus_Abnoba says, got a lot of agreements, it would be awesome.
Yes. We're gonna slingshot around the sun and go back in time.
MC Wolfcat1 says, I stayed up later last night, was hanging out in a friend's stream voice chat and playing Among Us. I didn't get to be imposter, sad face. I really wanted to kill him in game P. Laetus_Abnoba says, you play that mission?
Play that mission. Me playing what mission? What mission talking about me play mission?
Laetus_Abnoba says,
Spectres?
Spectres.
Spectres. Spectres? What mission is that? Spectres. Where? I am confused. I am lost in the conversation.
Laetus_Abnoba says, slingshot to go back in time.
Oh, that. Now, I was just referencing Star Trek Voyage Home. Time Warp.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, under available.
Under available. Spectres. Back in time. Strange events in the era sector. If you find yourself into that part of space, follow and see what you can. I don't think I have. Klingon. Cling on me when you are not strong, and I will be there. I'll help you carry on. Let's see.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, it's fun. TOS era missions.
We'll just peek at it, see. Hot lead, buddy, hot lead.
We've received reports of strange events in the Eta Eridani sector, near the Donatu system. If you find yourself, serve the Empire well.
You bastard!
Leodis_Abnoboss says, Drizona.
Drizona. We're on easy street, and it feels so sweet. Now the world ain't gonna change.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, then unlocks like 5 total missions.
Oh. Does it have like the Dude of Forever guy, the circle thing you walk through, Guardian of Forever or whatever it is?
Leodis_Abnoboss says, go back in time and help Scotty. Leodis_Abnoboss says, not anymore.
Yeah, I remember that. That was like years ago they had that. The Guardian of Forever. I'm the Guardian of sometimes. The Guardian of Procrastination. What nation are you from? Procrast, sir.
MC Wolfcat1 says, LOL.
The procrastination.
Every detail is important. Everything we do is for the Empire.
The Empire. That's interesting. I'll eventually probably try to get into something maybe later.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, Spectres has TOS era ship weapons for ship to get as rewards.
I yawned. I yawned. Yarned. I'm going to call this a stream.
Oh my.
I'm getting sleepy. And I don't want to get sleepy. I want to stay up.
Listen.
Hey! Hey, buddy, listen over here. As you see this bottle, like, you know, big old, like...
MC Wolfcat1 says, you nearly swallowed me. Surprised face.
Swallowed you! I nearly swallowed you. Just imagine, like,
oh, my.
You just imagine Navi holding, like, a bottle of Jack Daniels or something like that. And she's such a small fairy, all you see is just this bottle like, just pick up and go down, and like she's drinking it.
MC Wolfcat1 says, that yawn was huge.
Navi from the Bronx.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, Navi from the Bronx.
Navi from the Bronx. Hey, yo! Hey, I'm talking to you over here. Link, you always wanted to go over there. He owes me money. Hey, listen, you son of a...
Leodis_Abnoboss says, with a switchblade.
With the switchblade. That's what she had to go to take care of business after Ocarina of Time. And then Link went looking for her. He's like, hey, buddy, no, you don't come looking for me. I look for you, all right? Eh? Sure. Like Ray Donovan. Sure. You're right. Yeah, right over there. Yeah, sure. Sure? Sure. Sure. Yep. Okay. I'm definitely going to end this boring recording of Star Trek Online.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, The Sopranos starring Navi.
The Sopranos starring Navi. Yeah. But I'm gonna get off of here. And shit. Fire. Yeah.
Alpha Strike 01 has started stalking you. Alpha
Thank
Strike
you for the
01
follow.
has started stalking you.
Thank you for the follow.
Alpha Strike 01 says, thanks for the help.
No problem. I try to be on here every single night, morning, whatever it is for everyone out there in the world. I'm at Central Time, so it's like 1:30.
Lewis! Mom! Mommy! Mama!
Leodis_Abnoboss says, 10 p.m. Central.
Mom! Mommy! Mama!
MC Wolfcat1 says, Yoo-hoo.
Hi.
Welcome to the Madhouse at Alpha Strike 01 Gulf 2 Elim. Leodis_Abnoboss says, I come to annoy him.
Yes, Pinky. Right. So to this stream we had You Human has
MC
followed.
Wolfcat1 says,
And Alpha Strike.
Score put tribble 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 score put tribble.
Always abusing me.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, Toodles to you good Scorpy.
Alrighty, good night.
MC Wolfcat1 says, Gulf 2 goof 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 Gulf 2 goof. Leodis_Abnoboss says, OMG. MC Wolfcat1 says, Gulf 2 goof Gulf 2 goof Gulf 2 goof. MC Wolfcat1 says, Gulf 2 blep 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 Gulf 2 blep. MC Wolfcat1 says, got a good beat going blood trail.
In more ways than one. Fascinating. Pure energy. Pure thought. Totally incorporeal. Not life as we know it at all.
MC Wolfcat1 says, LUL.
You're doing great. Good. Then I'll keep it up.
Yeah, I want to add some more red shirt stuff to that too.
Arcanoloth.
I choose you!
Alright. Take care, everyone. Thanks for everybody coming and watching the chaos. Watching my boring stream.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, night.
Night. Thanks for the follow. Alpha Strike 1. And You Human followed. Inverted Paradox 2 days ago. And
MC Wolfcat1 says, have a good nighty Sforpy.
And you have a good morning. Gonna close her down in 5.
MC Wolfcat1 says,
3,
2020 glitchy.
2,
Leodis_Abnoboss says, night Wolfie.
Noink, noink.
Alpha Strike 01 says, later Gator and Irie hug.
Nice. Goodbye, everybody.
MC Wolfcat 1 says, night at Laetus _abnoba.
And trek on. Bye-bye.